All right, welcome to the Tuesday show. My name is Ultra David.
And I'm James Chen. How's everybody going?
So, we're going to have some cool stuff to talk about today. Up there, Zeku. We'll also talk about the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite new characters, which are Sigma and Monster Hunter and Black Panther.
Right, yes.
Talk about Southeast Asia. You got to mute the guy. Southeast Asia majors. Results. We'll talk about other tournament results. There's other news as well. We're gonna have some cool stuff to talk
hang on a
about
second.
today.
There's like 17 windows open of it. Oh no, that's okay. That you can leave that on because it's also being echoed like in the thing anyway, and it's not gonna make a difference. They're gonna hear the echo.
Anyway, let's talk about Zeku to start things off.
Yes.
So the new character in Street Fighter V.
Shock Zeku! Oh my god!
It turns out it's Zeku. Who would have thought? What a random character.
I know,
Guy's
right?
master from many games ago.
Yeah, first time we ever saw him was in his Guy's ending in Alpha 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
What a blast from the past. Who would have thought? No, obviously it's been
leaked out.
Yeah, leaked from months ago. And all of the leaks were correct about the other characters in Street Fighter V, so I think we all assumed it was Zeku.
And I mean, we've talked about it before, how like they'll have deals with, different companies for big reveals and stuff like that, but I feel like that hasn't happened with this. I feel like they just need to give up on this. And Season 3 be like, bam! Here's your 6 characters, just wait for the year and to see the character reveal trailers.
Well,
because at this point in time, they just give up.
There's already a rumored image out there of the following season.
Yeah, but I know that was a fake one.
Oh, was that for real fake?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
that was
sick.
a fake one.
I'm actually glad to hear that. Because I really hope Blanca's not in the game.
Yeah, I know,
Man, that
right?
character sucks.
No Blanca, please. No Blanca.
So, Zeku. There was a stream today that showcased him. Both Capcom fighters in both UK and in California had streams, which was really nice.
Yeah, but you know what? Let's not even talk about his gameplay here. Let's talk a little bit about the reveal trailer and all this other stuff that people have been finding. What's actually super fascinating to me is they seem to have taken Guy's master and expanded the lore on him a little bit. And now it seems like he's supposedly the guy who founded the Strider clan, and he's the first Strider.
Is that canon? Or are we assuming because his young dude looks like Strider?
He looks like Strider. He has the same jump as Strider.
Right.
His kick move looks like the sword, the Graham sword.
It's called Graham.
It's called Graham, right? Not only that, but, Strider fights these characters. One of these ballerina ladies named Tom Poo in Strider, and they come down and they jump up and they do a Strider blade kick, right, in the game. She was one of the assists that you could use in MvC1. Tom Poo was one of the little characters that you could use, and so now it looks like Zeku has the Tom Poo kick that was like maybe they're a branch of the Strider clan as well, and I don't know. And he dresses just like him. It almost seems like they're tying Strider into the Street Fighter universe. I don't know. It seems really cool to me.
I think it's cool too. I mean, I think ninjas are dumb, but. Other than that, yeah, I do think it's cool that they're tying in Strider.
Hater.
He looks whatever, but I do think it's cool that they're tying Strider in like that. I think that is interesting, and they did it in an interesting way. It's not like the character is entirely just Strider. There's the old man and there's the young man, and they're pretty different.
And he turns out to be a stance character.
He's a stance character.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not only that, but it looks like he has 2 entirely different movesets.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different. They're different normals, they're different specials, different move speeds. Everything is different.
Right.
Well, not the V trigger. But even the V skill where you switch from one dude to the next, it's different. It's different animation.
It? Oh, it's different animation, but it kind of serves the same function.
I think one's like an anti-air and one's like a cross-up or something.
Because I know he has different directions on it.
So one comes from the sky one way on one side or the other, and the other one launches to the other way.
Right. One also you transform in place too, because I've seen some.
Yes, that's a special move.
Oh, is it? Oh, yes. Okay. Because I saw stance switch combos where it was like ba 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 stance switch light kick into ba 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 and keep going.
All right. So his V trigger, which is the same in both, is that he can dash cancel buttons. And then you can cancel out of that dash into buttons.
Yeah.
So you can do stand short, dash into whatever follow-up combo. So if you're in V-Trigger already, You can do. They did show like some combo. You go into the stance switch, then you can link a stance short, and then you can dash out of the stance short into the rest of the combo.
Gotcha.
So it's cool. You only get one dash, and then the V trigger's gone.
Oh, interesting. So basically, it's like a timer, dash cancel, it's gone, basically. Gone. So you got to make that count.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Okay, I like that.
I think it's pretty cool.
V-trigger is FADC, yeah, pretty much. That's
it's not like Dragon Ball. It's a dash.
Yeah, it's a dash cancel.
Because you can cancel the dash, too. It's not just that you're canceling into the dash.
Right.
So that sets up, of course, obviously, frame traps and combos, right? It seems pretty useful for that. And they were already doing like 500 damage combos.
2-bar V-trigger.
It is a 2-bar V-trigger.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they are entirely different characters. Different normals, different specials.
Different styles, different strategies.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, it seems like the younger one
is rush down, right?
Yeah, he seems maybe more rush down. There's more movement for sure. There's probably better frame traps. But they both probably have that. But
which one?
It seems like they both have frame traps. But they were showing some good stuff for the young dude. And then the old guy seems like he may be more about zoning, maybe footsies, maybe damage. You know,
okay.
Very different tool sets for sure. Very different tool sets. I think it's really cool. My thoughts about ninjas aside, I think he's a really interestingly made character.
Yeah,
you know, he's got very interesting tools, and to have such completely different characters in the same one is nice. I mean, it's not a new idea. Gen did it, but with Gen, it was you could switch whenever, and it's just a stance switch, like a typical stance switch.
Right.
Usually stance switches are just like you press 3 buttons, press 3 kicks, whatever, and you switch. This one is a special move and a V skill.
Right, and even in games like Tekken, for example, where you have stance switches, it's like usually chains that lead into stances and stuff like that. It's not like there's one specific special move that is just the stance switch, right? Which is, of course, the V skill.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm surprised that they would put a stance switch character in 5 at all.
Really?
Because so far they have been trying so hard to make it very easy and simple.
I'm just not sure that... I mean, they give lip service to that like they do with every single time they come out with a new... Every time they come out with a new game, it's lip service to that. But I don't think that's true.
It's gotten more complex as it's gone.
Especially in Season 2.
Yes, which makes me
Every
happy.
character in Season 2 is weird.
Yeah, and
they're all weird.
Manat makes me happy.
Yes,
because
for sure.
she was execution heavy, right? And so from there, now all of a sudden Zeku stance switch character. So I'm hoping that this is kind of a lead into Street Fighter Season 3, Street Fighter 5 Season 3, that even some of the old characters they might wild up a little bit. You know,
I think that would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really, think about Season 2 characters. They're all weirdos. They're all setup characters or like a big ugly grappler.
Or an experiment. Hi, I have no motion control character,
a total experiment in Ed. Yeah, exactly. They're all weird. I really like that. I really like that. You know, Season 2 has way more interesting character stuff than Season 1.
I know a lot of people are mad. They're like, I just want my Sagat, I just want my Sakura, but I feel like I'm really happy they decided to go this direction with Season 2, that they created all new characters, because we've gotten 6 brand new things to the Street Fighter universe that we haven't seen before, and as it went on, it definitely got more interesting. You know, like Colleen was cool. Yeah. Ed, I know there's a lot of people who like Ed, and I'm kind of iffy on Ed, but like from there...
Interesting idea anyway.
Yeah. But, from there then was Abigail, Manat, and Zeku, and I just feel like they've gotten more experimental as it's gone, and it makes me happy, so...
I like it a lot. Yeah, it's true that Vega has been a stance switch character since.
Oh yeah,
he was like one of the first half dozen revealed. He was like pretty early on.
Yeah, it just didn't. It was basically his stance switch was mostly just I have the same buttons, just no claw at the end of it. Now, that's kind of
different. You mean in previous games?
No, in this game,
they're different buttons.
They are more like he has a different command throw and a different.
They're different buttons. Punch buttons are different.
They're completely different?
They're definitely different.
The same.
No.
All right, now I need to go and look. I thought they were mostly the same. Because when you lose the claw, he still swipes like this with no claw. He still punches like this with no claw.
They have all different properties. I guess I...
Oh, yeah, they have different properties, but they're animated the same.
You know me, I don't pay attention to the animations that well, but they're definitely different buttons for sure. So
yeah, different properties, but same animation.
I'm pretty sure they're different animations, but I'm not 100% because I don't pay attention to that. Let me know. I'm pretty sure they're different. Anyway... He is a stance character for sure.
Okay, so everyone was saying that I'm wrong with that. Okay.
That's what I thought.
Okay, yeah, okay. Never mind. I need to look at it again then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're wildly different, but anyway.
Okay.
With Vega, I love the idea of him being a stance switch character because obviously the claw has always been
something
losable,
that they fall
right?
off,
like,
right?
Yeah, so that made sense to me. I never thought that they did that as well as they could have. I never thought that they really highlighted the differences between the stance that well. And in fact, his patches in Season 2...
Point 1,
right. Yeah. They made it so that I feel like the differences were less important. Because they gave some benefits that I expected that the clawless was the pressure frame trap stuff, and then the claw was the zoning stuff. But they didn't really end up doing it like that. They're just different tools and whatever. Whatever. But Zeku seems like it's much more concrete, different stuff. Right. That's what I want from a stance character. So I'm excited. I think that's very, very cool.
Yeah, my question is going to come down to is... Are they both going to be useful? Is transforming in the middle of sequences and stuff like that going to be a necessity? Or can you just be like, I like old man Zeku zoning, I'm just going to stick with his, never use his free skill, and just play this way? Or if it turns out that young Zeku is just 10 times... Like, is it going to be a Sheik Zelda kind of thing, right? Where Sheik is just better than Zelda and no one ever transforms ever again, you know?
Think about Gen in Street Fighter 4. Usually you are in punch stance.
Yes.
Usually you're in punch stance. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you wanted kick, but it was like relatively rare. So, and they tried to make it so that kick was better, right? Like by the end of it, never really worked out that well. So I don't know that it's like really plausible to make it so that you want to use them equally. You know what I mean? But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I do really like the idea of him.
Yeah.
And you know, gameplay aside, and also the fact that I think ninjas are stupid aside, I think he looks good. I think that they did.
Animation.
The animations are nice,
dude.
They put a lot of time in. You can tell.
There was that rumor that came out a while ago that MvCI had a lower budget than all of Season 2 DLC. I mean, like, I can believe it because I feel like the last 3 characters, they just put in so much effort into their animations and stuff like that. So. But yeah, and also, surprisingly enough, there's no Capcom ageism here. He has 1,000 health and 1,000 stun. Even old man Zeku, because like before it was like Gen had less health and and all this stuff. But
well, what isn't Gen's shtick that he's dying? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah,
he's sick or something.
He is. He's sick.
I don't even know how I came across that information, James.
Right.
No, I do think that he looks nice. His animations are good.
He's got all the Bushin poses.
They're like very so that. But then a lot of his normals are homages to Guy without being like exactly Guy. Like you can definitely tell that they are inspired by. Stan Meeting could look similar. Stan Strong and the young dude looks similar. Slide and young dude looks similar. He has the target chain and young. You can really see that. But at the same time, he has a lot of new animations, and they look good too.
Yeah, I was surprised that he was not a run character. I mean, I just felt like that because Guy and Maki are both run characters. And they're all
has run. I mean, Young has run.
He has command run.
He has command run.
Okay.
But it's
It's not like Guy.
I think it's like Guy.
Is it? Okay. I'll take a look. I didn't get a chance to watch the stream today, so I've only been able to glean all the information from just the various intro videos that I've seen. So,
but he looks pretty cool. He looks pretty cool, and well done. So today there were a couple of streams that I just wanted to mention because I thought it was great. There was one from the UK with Street Writer.
Yes.
You know, he went over to Unequaled Media, Winner Stays On stuff.
So some people are saying, yeah, he can run stop like Guy. Okay.
Yeah. And they did a nice little expose, which they've done before. They did it again. Then later, there was a stream out of Capcom USA.
Oh, okay.
And they talked about like the more nitty gritty stuff.
Missed that one.
I didn't get to watch that one, but the guys from the UK one were telling everybody to watch it. I was at work, so I couldn't see. But what it was going to be about was more of the technical stuff, frame data.
Oh, really? Okay.
Let me know if that didn't end up happening. That's what they said.
Who ran it? Do you know? Who hosted
Harrison.
it?
Well, they said it was going to be Harrison and Matt D.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay.
Let me know if that's
Mike
wrong.
Mike D, right? Or
Mike D. My bad.
Mike D. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So some people are saying that Mike D showed some nice stuff. Okay. Cool. Shout outs to Old School Spidey for 11 months in a row of subscription. Nice.
Excellent.
Good job.
Yeah, so I think it was all good. I would love to see more of this kind of character in the sense that he's a weirdo. He has a lot of options. There's a lot of tools. There's a lot of depth to explore. Yeah, and I'd love to see more of the streaming that came out of Capcom USA.
So it seems like that they're definitely moving to some sick and creative characters in Street Fighter 5.
Boy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited because, the toughest thing about Zeku, in my opinion, obviously, is that he's coming out so late. So by the time Season 3 comes out, will he have any sort of patch changes if we find out he's busted, or if we find out that he sucks,
They've done, I think, a pretty good job with all of the new characters.
Yeah. And it's interesting because I still feel like they're doing the slightly conservative route with them. They don't want to make them too busted when they come out. Because Abigail and Minot seem like that they have a ton of potential, but they're just missing that one thing. You know what I mean? So.
And it was the same way with Season 1. Urain was good. Guile was good. They were
Balrog was good.
He was. They were all good characters, but they weren't crazy good.
And then Season 2, they're like, you're crazy good now.
Yes, that may have been a mistake. But I really liked how they came out. And same with Season 2. Akuma came out good, but not absurd. And characters like Colleen and Ed and Abigail and so forth, they all require a lot of time. A lot of time for players to figure stuff out.
Well, sounds like people were saying that the WSO stream was more detailed than the US one. So.
Oh, bummer. Well,
yeah. Well, I mean, look, just in case that the US Capcom guys are watching, you have two guys here who would very much love to go through these characters, or that we could break them down and really, check a lot of cool details and experiment.
Things we've been trying to pitch for 6 years.
There's two very detail-oriented guys right here in California who was, all right here, just ready to break games down for you guys. Just ready to do it.
That would actually be pretty cool. But oh well, it's no, they've never been cool with that. So. Anyway, yeah,
okay.
Zeku. Oh, his music. What do you think about that?
Dude, it's cool. I like it. It's just like pan flute kind of, but hype kind of music.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it too. Yeah. What if the real Zeku is the young Zeku, and he just starts every round with old man makeup on? What about that?
That would be kind of weird because Guy has known him for a very long time, I would imagine.
Or has he?
How well does he really know him?
I don't know.
But I'm curious to see what kind of are they going to put more ties? I don't know. I'm fascinated by this lore thing because I don't know. It's blowing my mind that they're actually throwing Strider into the Street Fighter universe. I don't know why. That's just it's
cool.
Completely blowing my mind that they're actually doing that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there is a story explanation of how he changes ages.
Right.
Not that I've heard one.
It's actually just Guy.
Yeah.
He's possessed Guy and they just switch back and forth. Yeah.
Why not? Or Strider. Strider Hiryu, I guess, because Strider's a title. I found out.
Yes. But Strider Hiryu is way later. Strider takes place much later in the future, so...
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
It's a future... Yeah, that's
true. You are Strider Hiryu. You will never reach Eurasia alive. I got you. God. That game's voice, the original Strider, their voice dialogue was just the most on-crack thing.
I don't remember.
Then you would fight the little Amazon chicks. Akabu-chabu! Akabu-chabu! Ah! Every time you kill them and stuff like that, dude. Me and my brother used to imitate the noises from from Strider all the time. That game was really cool.
It was a fun game. I remember
enjoying it. That game was super
it.
cool. I still remember that The first time you fight the anti-gravity ball, and then you just jump in there, and it just starts to suck you in. You just, even though all you're doing is just mashing sword like a mofo, it was like the coolest thing. And then the Genesis version came out, and it couldn't really handle it. It would slow down, and you would hit B, and it would go, shing,
really? I never played that.
And then you would get killed because it would lag. So
Genesis. You know my thoughts on Genesis.
Genesis was not a great system.
No. Anyway, anything else to say about Zeku for now?
No.
He's not out yet?
He's not out yet, but he will be out, what was it, next week, I think it is? Or what's his reveal date? When's he coming out? Do they have any new... Did they have...
I'm pretty sure you got that.
I'm pretty sure, let's see if this...
Look, I'm just telling the truth, alright? Next Tuesday, apparently, he comes out on October 24th.
Oh, he comes out on my brother's birthday. That's cool. Okay.
I'm just telling you, the only reason I had any experience with Genesis
24th.
Is that my next door neighbor had one, and so it was my house with 3 brothers, their house with 3 brothers, and we would go over there sometimes to play Genesis, but it was more like they came over to play Super Nintendo.
So you were more on the Super Nintendo side.
That's all I had. I only had Nintendo stuff. They had the Genesis, and we went over there to like play Mortal Kombat or whatever, and then they would come over to play Super Nintendo because they should. They should have. That's right. Yeah, MK Genesis had blood, so we would go over there to play MK. But
then when MK2 came out, then it didn't matter anymore because then MK2 had all the fatalities and the blood and everything on the Super Nintendo. So yeah,
remember playing? They had 3 buttons on the thing, right, on the pad. So if you were playing Street Fighter, you had to switch punches or kicks by pressing
it
start
turned everybody into a stance character.
God, it was just a bad idea.
Did you see the combo video from Desk?
No.
He actually went to the Genesis version and did all the combos with stance switching.
Part of me thinks that's very cool, and part of me thinks that's so stupid. That he even had to do that is so stupid. But that's a cool idea, though. Cool idea.
Yeah, he did it, and it was amazing. I was just sitting there watching, going like, "What the hell?" You could see him go boom, 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 boom. That guy's brain just has some sort of like thing.
He's good. He's good.
He just understands. So
he's
Streets of Rage. Okay, look, I will admit, Streets of Rage on Genesis is probably one of the best Genesis games. Streets of Rage 2.
I don't even know.
Streets of Rage 2 was a really good brawler game. That was probably one of the good games. There was a lot of good games on the Genesis. However, there was more good games on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo has like 5 of like the top 10 greatest video games of all time, something like that, probably. A lot of people talk about Super Metroid, dude, Yoshi's Island. Oh my god, let's not even talk about Yoshi's Island. So, yeah. Yeah, Streets of Rage also had the greatest music, too. Also really, really
Mode 7 graphics, buddy.
Mode
yeah.
7.
Yup.
But Genesis had blast processing. Blast processing.
Whatever. Who cares? You gotta have good video games for you to care about it.
My favorite marketing hype term ever, blast processing. It didn't exist.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
No such thing. There's no such thing as blast processing.
Dang.
They just made it up to try to... This is all about speed. It's blast processing.
I probably knew about that at the time, but I've totally forgotten. And that fits with my stereotypes of the Genesis very well.
People tell me blast processing was real. Come on. Blast processing was not real. All
right. So enough about this. That's Zeku. I think he looks very interesting. I was about to say cool, and I caught myself because, he's a ninja. There's
nothing cool about
only
ninjas.
so cool you can be, but
Damn.
he is. But he looks fun. He looks interesting. All right, that's not the only new character in a Capcom game.
That's right. I tried to download a bunch of stuff and it took forever today, so I didn't get a chance to mess with much of the Marvel characters. However, I did mess with Black Panther a tiny, tiny bit, but I have not messed with Monster Hunter or Sigma yet.
Okay.
What's your early impressions?
I did. I played with him quite a bit to test things out in training mode. I actually went online with Sigma for a little bit. So, I think they're all very interesting characters. Sigma is is a big guy with big buttons, with big special moves, who takes up space on the screen, and he leaves, residue, I don't know, projectile residue on the screen in a way that definitely controls space. But he also has good rushdown stuff. He has good combos, easy hit confirms, big damage, screen carry. He has a lot of tools, I think. I think he's good. He has an air dash, only forward and back, but he has an air dash. So some mobility there. And actually, his wave dash is all right. So I think he's got a lot of zoning and setup applications. Okay. A lot of cool stuff in there. Then Monster Hunter is a big weirdo. She's super weird. Yeah. I really think she's interesting. So giant buttons, right? And very slow buttons too. Very slow stuff. But huge. And like you're taking up the screen.
Yeah, and armor.
Yes, a ton of armor.
She's armor like on her jump heavy, I think it is, or is it like...
That I haven't seen. I played against the Monster Hunter online, and I don't think that came up.
Okay, because I've definitely seen videos where she jumps and does like the spinny chop, and Dante shoots the guns in the air, and she just went through all of it and just chopped him in the head.
Definitely, she has a special move on the ground where she like kind of swings the thing, and that's got hyper armor, I think. So a lot of armor, and then she has zoning stuff. She has a bow and arrow, and you can charge the bow and arrow up, and it'll have, rather than one arrow, 3, and that can be horizontal or it can be up and down. She has an arrow from the air that's kind of at this good 45-degree angle.
I saw those arrows pierce all projectiles.
Seems like they just go right through. Yeah, at least charged up. She has a setup arrow super, which again goes kind of up and then down, and there's a lot of different arrows that land, and clearly a lot of time to do whatever you want. So she is a funky one. I'm not really sure how to go with her. Am I trying to zone? Am I trying to use that armor to set up and force situations, or am I trying to, rather than actively zone, use the arrows to set up my teammate to do stuff? A lot of potential, I feel. I'm not really sure which way it's going to go, but a lot of potential. And then Black Panther has awesome movement. Yeah. Super fast character.
Really interesting.
Super fast character on the ground. His dash is super good. You don't even really need to wave dash with the guy. Like, if you do dash, you're full screen in like a second. Right. It's super fast.
And the fact that he can cancel everything into the wall dive, and then from there he can like bounce off on different angles, go up, and he's got some crazy things going on.
Wall movement. He has rekkas. One of them is an overhead at the end, so you can set up tag stuff. I've already seen some cool combos with him as well, and he has combos that, since it's rekka stuff, they're on the ground. Like, he's not knocking you down if he doesn't want to until pretty deep into the combo, which I feel is a giant plus in Marvel Infinite. Oh, yeah. To not have to knock down, to instead go for a standing reset in some advantage situation, I think that's super strong. So I like that, and I think that he's got good point stuff, good point character stuff. With that mobility, he can get in or he can stay away. Right. And once he's in, rekka into tag, now the the teammate's right there, they can mix up. I feel like he's a good point character.
See, like, it feels like to me, well, I'll get to him. I can go through all the characters one by one, too, just from what I've seen.
Yeah, please.
So, do you have anything else to say?
I think they're all interesting. My style of play that I like to play is not really Black Panther. Like, I'm not so much into movement. But if you are into movement, I think he's a really good, interesting pick. So definitely check him out. He's not Wolverine. Like, he's not like Wolverine at all. People are talking about him being the Wolverine function.
Right, he's not that character. That was one of the things that I wanted to say, But, I mean, just going through every character. Well, I'll just start with Black Panther since we're here. But yeah, I was surprised because I saw him and I was like, from the preview video, it looked like, okay, he's the Wolverine function, he's the X-23 function, combined together. But he doesn't feel like that at all. And he actually looks really interesting to me because I've seen videos of him just like zipping back and forth and just like, and I do like movement characters. Right, so movement characters are something that I'm fond of, so I definitely want to look at this character and see what kind of stuff that he can do. So I'm really interested, and him not being the Wolverine function makes me happy because that still leaves room in the game for the actual Wolverine function character, which would be Felicia. Right?
Oh, there you can say Wolverine. Okay.
Because, dude, I was talking to someone on Facebook. Someone's like, "Aren't you sad Felicia's not in there?" And I was like, you know, you're right. She could totally be the Wolverine fight. You could just take away the up part of her Delta kick. She's got the dive kick. Put slashes on her attack so she has the Wolverine range. And boom, she is absolutely the Wolverine function. So
she was the Wolverine function in Marvel 3. Yeah, she just wasn't as good.
She was basically Wolverine made her useless.
Right.
Wolverine completely made her pointless. But now there is still room for Felicia to get into the game.
I think that's cool.
All right. But and I know a lot of people are going to get mad at me when I say this. But as being a huge Mega Man fan that I am, Dr. Wily greater than Sigma, and regular greater than X. I've always thought Sigma was just a dorky looking bad guy.
He's very silly looking.
I've never thought Sigma looked cool. Like even in the first Mega Man X, when I first saw Sigma, I was actually really disappointed. As a kid, I was like, this guy is not even remotely as cool as Dr. Wily. And his character, so I'm thinking that they homaged a lot of things to Sigma because like his jumping heavy kick looks really stiff and weird to me, but I'm sure that was in the game. I don't know. Like I just think
do you think Dr. Wily is cool? Because
I think he's a more interesting character because he's kind of bungling and he's kind of, he does the first time he did the eyebrow thing. Like I just thought that was really cool. Like he was a neat bad guy who was always kind of a bum. Like even in Mega Man 2, when you see him turn into the alien, you're like, oh my god! It turns out to be the machine. He's back there operating the machine and everything. Dude, like he was a
spoiler
neat he was a neat character, but Sigma is just. I don't know.
I'm with you. I think he's kind of silly looking.
As a character, like, I don't know. He looks kind of stiff in the game, but I'm sure a lot of his moves are homages to his past self, of him doing all of his moves and everything.
I think he's pretty faithfully represented. I mean, I haven't played the X series in a long time, but I used to play it a lot, and he looks like the same guy to me.
Dude, if Dr. Wily, he would just be a trombone if he was in the game. He would actually be controlling a machine and like be fighting you, and every time he died, he would like jump out and be like...
But I just want to say Goldberg88 is absolutely correct. Who isn't silly looking in Mega Man? They're all silly looking. All of them. Everyone.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Like one character, like Heatman in Mega Man 2 was literally a lighter. And Airman was a giant fan.
He was a big fan.
Magnet Man had a magnet on his head.
It was pretty self-explanatory.
Bright Man had a giant light bulb on his head.
What about Pharaoh Man?
Pharaoh Man? Dude, Hard Man.
What about Hard Man?
Hard Man.
He was hard.
He was very hard.
Guts Man had some guts.
Guts was cool. Guts Man
is alright.
Guts Man was cool. It was a weird name, but they had to think of something in four letters. Dude. Yeah, seriously, the Mega Man characters are all dorky, but
they're all pretty silly.
I kind of like that about Mega Man, and that's why X was always never as
Sigma,
cool to me, because X was, let's try to make Mega Man all hardcore and like serious.
Well, Sigma's in the game. I mean, he's not.
That's what I mean. Well, yeah, and then but the thing is, Sigma, they tried to make all hardcore and cool, because some of the boss modes was like giant Sigma head and like they try to make him legit threatening and everything, and I don't know, like it just like Mega Man X was never quite the same as Mega Man 1. Like, I like Mega Man 1, because, like, I even said on Twitter ago, like, there was a Twitter status is like, what video game inspired you to be an artist or to write stories and stuff like that? And my answer was Mega Man, because me and my brother used to draw Mega Man comics all day. Okay. And that's all we did. Like, basically what would happen is one of us would draw comics but leave the speech alone, and then we'd swap it, and then the other person would add the speech to the story,
really cute.
Just as a funny way to do things. But I'll tell you right now, that was one of the ways that my whole pun history started.
Okay.
Because, I mean, you can't imagine anybody fighting in Mega Man without bad puns, like, every second, right? Because they all have, like, these elements, and so, like, it would just be full of, like, terrible puns everywhere whenever I wrote the dialogue, and it was just... We even made it so that Airman became the stupid guy. Like, he was the stupid guy who, like, tried to be clever with his puns, but all of his puns were, like, really terrible. Like, Mega Man would jump and he's like, "Wind, do you think you will die, Mega Man? I think very soon." Like, we purposely made him have, like, really just the awful pun. I don't know.
He was an airhead.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Oh, I thought that wasn't the joke?
No.
Oh, I thought that was the joke.
That way.
Okay.
But yeah, basically.
Anyway, so Sigma's a weirdo. He looks dumb, but what are you going to do? It's not like he looks dumb in the sense that some other characters look bad.
Yeah,
They're like janky looking. He's not janky looking. He looks like Sigma.
Yes, yeah.
It's just that Sigma is a silly looking character.
Right,
so.
Exactly. And then, of course, Monster Hunter just looks like she... I'm wondering, because the thing is, slow characters have never thrived in a Marvel game, right? But right now it seems to be the opposite, because guys like Hager and Nemesis are actually pretty good.
Yeah,
theoretically, right?
Yeah,
theoretically.
We'll see.
And so hopefully Monster Hunter's pretty good. I mean, I know people don't think Hulk is very good, but...
Yeah, I think Hulk is a bit underrated, but probably not that great. Monster Hunter, like I said, it's tough for me to know. She's not a character that you look at and you know how she's going to play.
Right.
You don't know the style. There's a lot of different choices. There's a lot of different options. And I mean, maybe that's part of the strength of her. Maybe you can play her as the assist to set up your point character, or as the dedicated zoner, or as the offensive armoring through whatever kind of character.
Yeah, because the thing is, if she has that armor move, and it's so slow, like, start that and tag.
Yes.
And now she's your combo breaker.
Yes, no, that's exactly what happened to me online. I played against somebody who was doing exactly that stuff. It was Zero Monster Hunter, and Monster Hunter would be out there, and she starts swinging, and immediately tag. And now Zero gets to, like, move around, because, like, I know I'm going to get hit.
Right, yeah. But that's good. Can you imagine
it is good.
Teleport characters, too? Because then she
It was Zero. Zero did the thing right through me, with the little lightning. And I was like, well, I don't know. So I pressed Lariat, and it was all good.
Oh, hilarious.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited to mess around with them. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. Actually, I feel like I don't know most of the characters well enough, because I've been focusing on the characters that I use a lot.
Sure.
And so I just want to spend time, like, tomorrow going through everybody's trials. Just, like, try to do everybody's trials as fast as possible. And then that way I can get it. Like, I was trying to teach a Strider combo, and I completely forgot. And I remember reading about it, that Tiger and Bird were normals. Like, just towards heavy punch and towards heavy kick. And so I'm, like, sitting there going, where's my Tiger move? Like, I was using quarter circle forward, quarter circle back. Yeah. And someone's like, it's forward H, dude. Forward heavy punch. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. So, yeah.
Oh, Sigma has a command grab.
Oh, really?
You know how you do it?
How?
It's down, down, punch.
He has down, down, punch.
As a command grab.
You know, that's actually not a terrible thing.
I just think it's odd, but I'm not saying it's bad.
If there's a character with ground teleports that can go to either side, you would grab them no matter what side they showed up on.
Yeah.
So that would be nice. But I don't think anybody has ground teleports. Most people's teleports go into the air.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has ground teleport. With Time Stone.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Okay. Well,
so I'm I'm planning to play Sigma with Thor, because I like the idea of taking up space with throwing the paint out. I don't know, what am I going to call this? Paint? I don't know.
Energy?
Yeah, energy, I guess.
Waves.
Residue,
there you go.
Anyway, you put that stuff onto the screen, and then they can't, like, go up into the air, and I want people to block my Thor on the ground, where I have big old plus frames from my hyper armor moving down forward, big old obnoxious strike. So if I can prevent them from moving up into the air, then that's cool. But that's the idea so far. With Monster Hunter, like I said, I want to play her because she's so unique, she's so funky. I feel like she's my kind of character. I have no idea what the team is.
Right.
I don't know what the stone is.
I want to use Black Panther, but I don't know what team to... I mean, I'm still having trouble putting... Like, I can't figure out who to put Captain America with right now, and I really don't know if Captain America's all that good, because...
I'm not sure either.
He just doesn't have a way to open people up. The shield slash is the best thing, but it counts as a projectile, so if you push block it, you have no block stun at all, and so people can actually... If you shield slashes you close up, you can push block and actually punish him, and so... I just don't think he's very good, and... I thought Tor's light kick was an overhead at one point because someone said that in a chat, and I was like, oh, that's so sick. Of course, it counts as an airborne move. And then I tested and it wasn't an overhead. And I was like, because Tor's light kick into shield slash is also really good because once you do that, you go shield slash and then you land right away.
What does Tor's light kick look like? I don't know.
He kind of jumps in the air and kicks. He like does like almost like a Guile Sobat that's really slow, right? But, like, you throw the shield, and then he'll land, so all of his delay disappears, kind of like an air hyper viper beam, and he can chase. But the problem is, towards like it goes over a lot of crouching characters, and then that shield slash doesn't hit any crouching character. So like it,
really?
The low to the ground air shield slash like goes over everybody's head. So you're just like shield launch him, and then he dies.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about Captain America.
Maybe he'll work with Black Panther. I don't know. Throw a shield slash from a screen away, Black Panther my way in or something. I don't know.
I feel like Black Panther needs a character with really strong up close mix ups because I don't know that he has that, but I do think that he's really good at getting in close and at maintaining pressure. Not like mix up pressure, but like pressure that lets the teammate mix up.
Right. Okay.
So if you got like a really like a good high low character or something, I don't know. That's what I would think. But
okay,
we'll see.
Okay.
I think he's cool. I think they're all interesting characters.
Okay. Cool. What about costumes?
Yeah. So I only wanted to play Monster Hunter because I think she looks cool.
You think a character looks cool? Huh?
I think she looks cool.
Default or the
default
or the okay.
I like the big old dragon skull,
right?
Whatever's going on there. I think that's pretty sick looking. So and like the way that she like lugs it around, you can tell it's like really heavy. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then the alternate Black Panther I just like because the default is UCLA colors. So
oh really?
Yeah, so
that's
I was like,
cool.
Okay, I'm in there. But I mean, what about all the new costumes?
Yes.
Dante having the DMC costume, Morrigan having another costume, but her face still looks terrible, and etc. etc.
Yeah, the new Dante looks good.
New Dante sadly looks better than the old Dante. I know a lot of people are mad. DMC I actually didn't think it was a terrible game. I enjoyed it enough. I had fun, but I only played it because I was at my friend's house who had it, and I haven't played 4 or 3, and I know that's like blasphemy for a lot of people.
So how come he's called Donte? Donte?
I don't know. Is that just people like they hate him, so they don't want that? So don't
That's
Dante.
what I wonder. Yeah.
Just makes me think of that. Did you ever see the Grindhouse movie by Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez? Like it was just basically like 2 Grindhouse movies that they both made, and then sparsed in between and before and afterwards they made all these like really like cheesy 80s horror movie trailers, and one of them was called Don't by like a guest. It was the greatest thing. In any case, I don't know why I'm talking about this because I can't spoil it anyway. You have to see it yourself.
All right. Yeah, apparently that's why.
Because people don't like him. That's just what all it really comes down to. So
I guess. Anyway, yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, but I like a lot of the costumes. I was actually surprised that the costumes were really well done.
Which one's your favorite? Tell me it's the Hulk. Because that's my favorite.
Yeah, the Hulk in the suit is pretty sick.
Yeah,
actually, Zoot Suit Hulk is pretty sick.
That's my favorite.
Yes.
So did he have to like be calm for long enough to like
put it on?
Yeah, not just put it on, but like he had to get it tailored because this is a nicely made suit.
It's really stretchy.
It must stretch very well. Yeah, no, I think it's cool. A lot of the costumes look nice.
Yeah,
they do. The game is not a pretty game, but there are things about it that are. It's like interspersed. There are some really nice looking things.
I mean, someone actually did a detailed look at like Arthur from MvC3 and MvCI, and Arthur from MvCI looks better. He does, like polygon count, like the beard is actually nicely detailed and everything like that. I'm telling you, the biggest problem with the game, outside of the fact that like I don't know what the hell they did with like Morrigan's face and stuff like that. Like some of the faces are god awful in this game, and some of the animations are terrible. But I'm telling you, a lot of it is that lighting, man. That lighting is awful. Whatever's going on with the lighting in the game, because everyone just looks so washed out. Like when you look at the game, like when you looked at MvC3. Like, you felt energized because there was color, it was popping and everything like that. There's something about looking at MvCI that makes me feel sad. Like there was one time my friend, I visited my friend in Berkeley, like this was a long time ago, right? This was a long time. He was like, do you want to go visit the world's saddest toy store in the world? And I was like, what the hell could you possibly mean? And we went to this mall, and we went to the toy store, and sure enough, like the shelves were like not really filled all the way out and everything, but it was the lighting in there. The lighting was really dim, and it was like kind of lit, but like not lit, and you just felt sad when you were in there, and that's how I feel whenever I play MvCI. Like I'm having fun, but the colors on the game just make me feel like,
yeah, fair
you
enough.
know, like in a weird way. If they just up the contrast, made it pop, make the colors brighter, make the colors poppier, I think the game would look so much better. And someone even did that on the PC version. They like tried to do stuff, and it wasn't perfect, but even that you could feel was a better start than what already exists.
I saw the same video and I thought it was nice. Yeah, some characters are janky.
Very similar to NRS games. You know what? It's interesting because I feel that same way about a lot of NRS games because it's very dark.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of colors into it, but at least you know NRS. The problem are the animations. But look, you're not going to complain about Injustice faces, right? Because Injustice faces are ridiculously detailed.
Yeah, and all the characters look nice to look at. They're all very nicely done characters.
Right, exactly.
Just funky animations and the colors are not great. Whatever. Yeah, Spencer's face is gross regardless of what you do. It's just gross.
Yeah, and then like I said,
Frank is just
I'm telling everybody, when you look at Frank in the versus screen, just picturing him looking at the baseball bat like it's the ugly stick, and he's wondering who hit him with it. Because he's just looking. He's just like he's looking right at the bat, and he's like, "Who the hell hit me with the ugly stick?" That's I swear to God, like that's exactly what it looks.
Maybe is he supposed to be an ugly-looking character? Is he an ugly guy?
I don't know, actually. I mean, he's not. I don't think he's supposed to be like handsome or studly or whatever like that. But I mean, Jesus Christ, he got bodied. So,
well, but yeah, the Hulk one's pretty sick.
Yeah, the whole costume's good. Pretty but of course, you know, a lot of people are mad because there's a $30 season pass for the costumes now. And everyone's frustrated with that. But of course, right now only 18 are out, I think, and 12 more will be coming out. So that's technically $1 per costume. But it is a lot of money because if you want to buy all the characters and buy all the costumes, you're basically spending twice as much on the game. So a lot of people are frustrated with that. A lot of people are upset with how much money you have to spend on the game if you want all the content.
Hey, man, I'm not going to defend it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, nobody thinks it's great.
Unfortunately, I think it's just a sign of the times, right? Like if you want Tekken Bowling, that's $13, you know. You know,
and it's they probably know that not a lot of people are going to buy this game.
Yeah.
All right. And if they didn't know that before, I'm sure they have realized it by now. So whatever money that they're going to make, it's going to be milking the people who do buy the game. That's it. Again, it's not great. I'm not going to defend it, but I think that's like the mindset.
Yeah, like I really honestly feel like Capcom needs to do something to try to attract more people to buy this game.
That is the number one issue.
Because there's obviously no one going to buy it at all.
It's not doing well, but it's a blast to play.
Right, yeah.
That I'll defend.
Yeah,
the gameplay is excellent.
It is fun. And, you know, a lot of people have been talking about how it's been getting busted. I know Chris G put out that post where he bullet listed everything that he felt was wrong with the game. Which, again, like I said, I don't mind it because at least it was, like, there's a difference between here are the things that I have problem with or this is a badly designed game. Like, you know, Chris G listed out literally everything, and I felt like a lot of the things that he listed in there were legitimate. I have issues with the fact that every character's combo does 6,000 damage.
It is weird.
You know, I really don't like that factor. Like, I just feel like, oh, you find your loop it until you can't loop it anymore, then find the way to extend it, do a super 6,500 damage. Like, that's how it feels to me right now, and so I do have a lot of, like, those kind of things I have issues with. I do think that there probably needs to be one or two new defensive options. I would like to see more meter usage. Like, I actually think the meter should be chopped in half, and having some things cost half meter. Like being able to pop off the ground into the air for like a whole bar or something like that. You know what I mean? Just like things like that. Or maybe having a push block with 2 kicks that consumes half your bar, but it allows you to push block projectiles. You know what I mean? Or something like that, right? Right. So if you push block projectiles with 2 kicks, you actually push Gamora away or Dante away or something like that, but it costs meters. So even if you mash it and go push block, push block, push block, you could go ahead and use 2 whole bars by push blocking 4 times in a row. You know, stuff like that. I just think that there should be a few more defensive options. So yeah,
I wouldn't be opposed to that. Yeah. I don't want to make any changes to the game right now, but
I'm talking about like Season 2 ideas. Season 2 ideas for sure.
I think the only thing that concerns me long term is the fact that some projectiles can't be push blocked. But yeah, that's it. Hulks can't be. Bam! You can't push block the gamma wave.
Yeah, because it's a projectile. Though I would imagine if you push block the last hit, you could probably punish Hulk. Maybe
he's good.
He is good. Oh, that's true because he recovers really fast after he can link combos after the light one, which is fun. Because I laugh so much because his towards heavy punch is so fast, and it's just a funny animation because it's literally like a sucker punch. He just like bah, right. So every time you do that combo into the light gamma wave, it looks like you're safe, and then all of a sudden, bah, from half the screen. I don't know. It makes me laugh.
It's cool. All right. Probably about it.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a break, and when we come back, let's talk about Southeast Asia majors.
We'll be done.
Be right back, guys. Defensive. I don't know. I like defensive options. Okay.
Howdy do. Welcome back to the Tuesday show. Let's talk now about tournament results. There was a big one.
Very big
this past weekend.
Yes, Southeast Asia Majors. This, of course, was always been one of the most hardest tournaments to win. One of the most hotly contested events in all of the Street Fighter season.
Definitely. And among the most hardest.
Yes, and this one, not a surprise about how tough it was this year as well, again, so... see here, do they have even more results than just the top 8? Because I would love to see who's not in the top 8.
Well, remember, it was the regional finals.
Oh, this is the last chance qualifiers.
Yeah, so there was a last chance qualifier for Street Fighter. It was the Asia regional finals for the Capcom Pro Tour.
Working in the OR.
Oh my god! Jesus, these ads on SRK. Sorry about that.
Dang!
Sorry about that, guys. Hope that didn't hurt anybody.
Anyway, so there was a last chance qualifier to get into that.
Yes.
As well as people who were there. Anyway, so what happened?
So wait, okay, so this was the last chance qualifier to get into this one.
Correct.
But this is the main tournament, though.
That was the main, yes.
Okay, so the last chance qualifiers was, so I'll just do top 4. MOV got 4th place in that one. 3rd place was Itabashi Zangief. 2nd place was Shanghai. And 1st place was Tokido.
Tokido won the last chance qualifier. Okay,
all right. To get into the actual event.
You got it, bud.
Right? And so in the actual event, top 8 were 7th place were Echo Fox Momochi with Ken, and he busted out an Bison at one point in time. Which is interesting. We've seen him do that at South by Southwest, and we were like, oh, maybe he's just trying to help out Haku, his student. But I don't know. Maybe that's a character he's trying to learn. 7th place, also Kazunoko Kami, the part of the Kami Armada right there. That is the representative of the Kami Armada. But as with Asia tournaments, usually it turns out that it's pretty Ibuki and Rashid heavy at this point.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
In 5th place was Mago with Karin. As well as Tachikawa, DNG Tachikawa with Ibuki. In 4th place was Razor Sien with Ibuki. 3rd place, Ponos Moke with Rashid. 2nd place, Zowie Oil King with Rashid. But then 1st place, Echo Fox's Tokido with Akuma, showing that he has not lost a step since Evo. So he got sent to loser's bracket by who? I forgot it was, but... he then came back and, he just winners finals his way the whole way. Okay. So he did beat Zowie Oil King in winners finals. Okay. So he did not get sent to loser's bracket at all. So very dominant performance by Tokido. There you go.
Tokido's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's the only one doing anything with Akuma.
I saw someone mention something that, last year he got 2nd place at EVO. And then won Seam, and then he went 0-2 at Capcom Cup, right? And this year he got 1st place at EVO, and he took Seam. But I don't think it's going to be the same thing. It's so different. He seems so much more prepared, and Akuma feels like a character he feels more attached to than Ryu. Like, his Ryu seemed very functional. He was really good with Ryu.
Okay.
But, I feel like with Akuma, he just has this, bond with the character.
I think you're right.
I feel like he... there's something about it. I really don't think he's going to have... It's not going to happen.
It'd be very surprising if he went 0-2. Very surprising.
Yeah. Exactly.
At Capcom Cup. So, yeah, that was that.
Tokido didn't get 13th at EVO last year. He got 13th at EVO... Didn't he get 2nd last year? Or...
No. It was...
Oh, he didn't. I'm sorry.
It was Fuda who got 2nd place last year.
Right. Okay. I'm thinking of all the other times he got second to Infiltration, like Red Bull Kumite and stuff like that.
He got second place to Infiltration at NCR and
Red Bull Kumite.
Final round, I think.
Yeah, and it was
the first
Red Bull
couple
Kumite.
big ones.
And yeah, you're right. Okay, sorry about that. My bad. Okay.
Anyway.
Old man memory. There we go. Okay, and then Tekken 7 also. Well, is there anything about those matches that you wanted to talk about? Did you get to see any of them?
I did not. I was away this weekend.
I was actually up trying to watch them to stay awake to see the Zeku trailer.
Okay.
And I actually fell asleep, and then I woke up, and then I fell asleep, and I woke up right when Tokido won, so I was able to see the Zeku trailer. And
okay, sick. So. Well, mission accomplished, I guess.
Yeah. So, but
apparently, Momochi tried to play Bison versus Tokido, and he got 3-1'd.
Yeah, it did not work out very well for him. So, but Tokido again, very, very strong player, very strong, and I don't expect him to do poorly at all. Oh, I think what the example was that the guy said was that he beat Infiltration at CEO and then he won Seam. So it was right before Evo that he won. Right. Okay. See, that's a rumor, right? Everyone's saying, okay, so Tekken 7, something happened with Tekken 7. I guess there was a mess up on the trophy, and everyone said that there was a rumor that they wrote JDCR's name on it beforehand, and that's why, like, when they tried to hand it to him, they weren't, like, turning it around or whatever like that. But, like, I think that was just a joke that Eris was making as he was watching it, and so now I think everybody thinks it's true, but it wasn't true. I remember people clarifying that there was just an error on the trophy or something and that they were going to take care of it later, but it wasn't JDCR's name being on there. Because in fact,
hilarious.
JDCR did not win.
No, he did. Wow, spoiler. Let's go through the results.
Seventh place, AMG FV Book with Jin, and Yamasa Nobi with Dragunov. Fifth place, Lohai with Shaheen and Paul, and Echo Fox Saint with Jack 7.
Fifth place.
That's right. Fourth place, John Ding with Lucky Chloe and Eddie.
Sick.
Third place, Echo Fox, JDCR with Dragon.
What?
Second place, COOAS Noroma with Jack 7.
Yeah, my boy.
And first place, newcomer Kudans with Devil Jin.
Wow.
There was an article that actually
newcomer
said
of
that.
the year.
There was actually an article that was like newcomer, relatively unknown newcomer Kudans.
Okay.
Yeah, but you could totally tell it was like some random sports site trying to get into esports.
For real? Oh wow! All right.
Yeah. Never mind the fact that he's been going to Evo since like 2005. You know, etc. etc. Like Kudans, yeah, amazing player. And I said this last week that JCI needs to start losing. He needs to start losing, and this is exciting. Especially because it's now Kudans who's doing it, because he is old school. So it's like...
Yeah, some random Devilgen came and won the whole tournament.
Yep,
Nobody's
exactly.
ever heard of him. Yeah, rising star, along with Nemo.
Yep. So Kudans, actually, that's really, really cool. And, interestingly enough, Noroma, Jack 7, at one point in time, he... let me see if I can find the match log here. Let's see here. Oh no, JDCR and Noroma avoided each other. Interesting. Because I was about to say, so Kudans was actually, he defeated JDCR both times, I think. Yeah, he defeated JDCR both times. Dang. So JDCR never had to fight against Noroma. Because I was about to say, that's who Saint uses. So I feel like JDCR would have bodied him, because they have so much experience with each other, but I guess he never had to face him, and so Noroma squeezed through on the winner's side, which then Kudans came in and bodied him 3-0 reset, but then it was a close 3-2, and but Kudans ended up taking it. So
my boy Jack 7, yes.
Not a strong character in the game, but still good enough, obviously, to do very, very well.
I think he's pretty strong.
I don't know. I thought he was. People told me that they considered him like top mid-tier or high tier. Not top tier.
Huh.
Not top tier.
Oh, there are two Jacks in the top
Yeah,
eight,
exactly. So. But yeah, no.
Apparently Noroma has beaten JDCR previously.
Oh, really? He has? Okay, cool.
Wow, so it was all down to G-Tabstract. I made that JDCR trophy joke in Eris's chat, and then he read it, and then it spread to the whole FGC. Wow.
GT Abstract. It's all
What did I say?
fault.
G-Tabstract?
Yeah,
What am I
you did.
thinking?
Yeah. It was all his fault. It was all his fault. He ruined it. He created this terrible rumor that the name was on there originally. Oh, man, that sucks.
Good job, G-Tabstract. Now I'm always going to say that. All right. So that was Tekken.
Yep. Yeah, you've been hanging around the low-tier God streams too much, haven't you? G-Tab, you know.
I'm not sure.
Do you know what GTAB is? Oh,
Negative.
never mind. Okay.
Should I? Is that important info?
It's FGC meme. It's low tier God stuff. It's just get that ass banned,
Not important.
basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all it is. So,
Got it.
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite theme was also a battle for the stones.
The Time Stone.
The Time Stone. And seventh place was INC Toeman with Nemesis and Hager.
Yeah.
The combination. Dude,
Yeah.
I saw Choi Sauce was like, this game's not clicking with me. I'm going to try Hager Nemesis. And I was like...
Yep. Easy mode, bub.
But he's done it with Space and Reality. Seventh place, Fubar Duck with Dante Ultron and Reality Stone. Fifth place, Rise Marn with Zero Dante and the Power Stone. Dude, that guy spams Power Stone like it's running out of style.
He is mashing that power button.
Dude, we were doing commentary at the Iowa tournament, and Yipes was just like, that's all he does. He just watch. His strategy is just Power Stone, dude.
Especially with Dante, right? He's just
he's just Power Stone.
Teleport, power.
Fifth place was also CG Champo with Morrigan Dante using Time and Reality. Fourth place, 7110.T with Zero Dante Space. Seems like a popular team because third place,
pretty good team.
Killer Kai with Zero Dante Reality. And oh man,
It was so sad.
I didn't get to see it. Did he drop anything to lose? Or?
He definitely did drop some stuff, but it was 3-2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Second place,
GGP Kazunoko with Dormammu Ultron, used it with Space and Reality.
Mm-hmm.
Kazunoko in second place. First place, Echo Fox Justin Wong with Reality Stone Nova Ultron.
Yeah.
And so Justin Wong wins the tournament, but because he is already a qualifier, the gem gets passed down to Kazunoko, and apparently he was up 2-0 against Kazunoko and lost 3-2. So Killer Kai traveled all the way to Singapore to get himself a gem. He was right there, and then he choked it out. Basically.
This is the qualifier. I mean, winning the gem means that you
get to the Capcom Pro Tour
you
qualifiers.
Basically.
Yeah.
So major bummer for Oliver. Major bummer. And for a guy who so many times has gotten third at tournaments or ninth at Evo.
He's got ninth at Evo like 17
several times.
Yeah.
Several times.
Yeah.
He's always just outside of that top level. I don't know what the deal is, but he's always just outside. And for Kazunoko, I mean, you know, he's clearly like put some time into the game, but it was very it wasn't like fancy stuff. It was like pretty basic.
It looked like he was
Dorm
copying.
Ultron.
He looked like he was just watching F-Champ and just did F-Champ things.
Yeah.
But Kazunoko, again, just a ridiculously smart player.
Extremely good player.
Very, very talented player.
Extremely good player.
Yeah, he ends up with the Time Stone, and Killer Kai... I mean, he had this long post on Facebook, too.
Yeah, he did.
Where he was just, like, reflecting on it and everything like that, but he's resolved to come back stronger, so more power to him. More power to him.
So, Justin Wong does look really good.
I didn't get to see him. I didn't even know who his main team was.
I didn't know
now
that.
we know, so it's Nova Ultron.
I guess.
Unless he's hiding his main team.
Right, yeah,
right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But he did look good. And I remember you saying that you had heard from Yipes, or maybe it was from Marn, that he is more active and more offensive than he almost always has been. Definitely true. He's moving a lot. He's pressing forward a lot.
Okay.
Think back to his game in Marvel 3, and it was hop around with Wolverine, calling assists, and then you're Storm, and you're just kind of floating around, and you calling assists and whatever. Letting the assist do the work, but that's not his game in Marvel Infinite for sure. He's much more active, and it looks good.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, his Wolverine wasn't super active. I mean, if you go back and look at it, it's not like he was not moving. You can't not move, obviously, but he was doing a lot of the work with the assists.
Yeah, but if you look at this here, 3-0 over Kazunoko in Grand Finals, 3-0 over Killer Kai in winners finals. 3-0 over Kazunoko in top 8 winners. So basically, he was 3-0ing everybody.
Yeah, I don't know if he lost
tournament.
again.
So yeah, some people are saying that Justin won free. So more power to him. I'm excited to see that. It'd be really cool to see Justin, stay strong in Marvel. This is his wheelhouse, right? This is what made Justin's name. So
sure.
Let's see if he can maintain this. But it's a different time. There's so many more challengers to the throne now, although, I mean, honestly, there's not that many people playing this game, so I don't know how many challengers he would get.
All of the tournament players are playing it a lot.
That's true. That's true.
I'm not looking for like some brand new sensation to pop up who's nobody has ever heard of.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not too many of those in Marvel Infinite.
Right.
So Time Stone allows the holder to cancel the effect of somebody else's stone.
Yeah.
I don't know what the details of this are. If you hold the, because the way that it was phrased was in the match.
Well, the way they phrased it, they just said you can cancel the other person's gem usage, but they didn't say when.
But then there was a further explanation.
Oh, was there? Oh,
where there's like more words. There was like
Okay.
the like reveal where it was like cancel the thing, and then there was like a screenshot where there's more words.
Oh, okay,
and
okay,
it references having to use it in the match. But that's probably just not lawyerly written,
Right.
It's not in the match to use. I think it's space that whatever the first one was that allowed you to switch where you are in the bracket.
Right. By the way, I just want to say that that's not true at all. Daigo did not make Justin's name. Justin made his name completely on his own. He was killing everybody and everything. I think that's just
a silly thing to say.
Yeah, exactly. That is
Anyway,
100%
so
false.
can you use the Time Stone to cancel out the Space Stone, even though it's not in match?
Right, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
So it's probably...
Well, I'm also wondering, does that mean you can cancel it out at any time? Like, if
I
you see
would
someone like,
assume.
hey, I'm going to jump this bracket, you'd be like, sorry.
Yeah, I mean...
Rewind time, you can't do it anymore.
Well,
so.
it's... Again, I don't know what the details are. Can you stop somebody else from moving to somebody else in the bracket? Or only if they're going to switch where you are.
Right, yeah, exactly. But, like, if Richard tries to come back with the Soul Stone against somebody else, can you just be like, nope, you're done, goodbye, and you're out of the tournament? Or
I don't know.
Only if he does it against you?
If it's anybody at any time, then it's super powerful.
Right.
Then it's really good. But if it's only against you, then...
It's kind of useless.
No,
right?
probably not great.
But then, like, because if you could do it to any one of them, there are 5 other stones, and all of them are just going to be like, please don't, come on, buddy, come on. But then it's also tricky, too, because let's say if you're the Time Stone user and you use it, like, first thing that happens is that F-Champ goes down, or Richard loses to somebody 2-3, and then he uses his Soul Stone to come back and win. And you're like, nope, sorry, you can't use that, so you don't give him the chance. But now you don't have it anymore.
Right.
Should you have saved it for something else that would be more So now you kind of want to hold on to it, but then you're scared. What if you miss the best chance to use? So there's a lot of cool ideas on that.
So I hope that you can use it whenever against anybody. I hope that that's what the rule is.
Yeah.
But I would like more clarity first.
So. Yeah, exactly. So
you just got to have some rules lawyer. Like, not, it doesn't need to be like a lawyer. It doesn't need to be me. I just want somebody who's like played D&D or whatever to whoever.
Oh yeah.
Like somebody who thinks about like or like somebody who's been like a Magic the Gathering judge or whatever. Somebody who's like used to like parsing the little details and like, how does this interact with this and what's somebody's got to have that
make
stuff.
a very interesting dungeon master for D&D because I think you would be able to be like you would already have.
That'd be fun. Never done it.
Excuse me.
Okay. Anyway,
I cannot sneeze less than 4 times. It has to be 4, 5, or 6 times. So, Injustice 2 was also played there. 4th place was VSDS Falco with Superman. 3rd place was JAB King with Red Hood. 2nd place, Razor Cien with Cheetah.
All right.
And you actually said at one point that you would actually main Cheetah if you were competing.
Yeah, if I were competing, I'd probably play Scarecrow Cheetah.
Cheetah does not seem like a David character at
really?
all.
She's a command grab character with funky movement.
Yeah, but she's also more rushdown, isn't she? Kind of.
Way people play her a lot is more like hit and run.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, she's really funky. She's like a weirdo, which I like. I like weirdos.
Okay.
And also, she, I feel, beats Deadshot and Batman, basically Scarecrow's bad matchups.
Oh, okay.
Not that many characters do.
Number 1, first place was PBE Pinoy172 with Superman.
Good job.
Guilty Gear Exert Rev 2 was also played there. 4th place, GGVN Pubby with Ino. 3rd place was Mikado Teresa with Jam Kuradoberi. Teresa was top 8 this year at EVO, I think. Someone in the chat let me know. Obviously, my memory sucks, but I feel like he was. 2nd place, Rebel 2 Seo with Johnny. And 1st place, GGP Kazunoko with Raven.
Your favorite character?
Can you do the fart noise for me? Thank you. Okay.
Why don't I like Superman? I just think he's boring. He's not the worst character.
Yeah, Teresa was top 8. Oh my god, my memory actually worked.
Heyo.
Okay. Blaze Blue Central Fiction, 4th place, AG Division Ring with number 13. IPT Alden with number 12. To 2nd place, Rebel 2 Seo, again with S. And 1st place, Tinkle with Izanami. So there you go.
Cool.
That's so
Scene.
That's so Raven. Yeah, seriously.
Man, I am still bummed for Oliver.
Yeah, especially with how hard he took it, like from that Facebook post. It was like it changed the way he looked on life and things like that. So I was just like, oh my god.
Superman is not like the best character. He's pretty good, but he's probably not top 5 or he's just like a good character. Yeah.
Why do you think people in the FGC are so angry about DLC or paying for content? It seems strange. I spend huge amounts of money on other hobbies compared to gaming. Considering how absurdly people get hyped about new content, it seems bewildering that people get so upset about paying for it. Well, I feel like one of the reasons why they're mad about it is because they don't feel like the games are complete right now. Like, I think they see MvCI and it looks ugly. It doesn't feel like they put a lot of money into it. There's rumors that the characters were done before the game came out, so it's not like that they're spending extra money working on these guys or everything like that. But in general, I had a long conversation with my friends about this, about Mario Kart. Like, he was just like, him and my brother were just mad about Mario Kart DLC. And I was like, I don't understand what you're mad about. Like, you got a full game. You had 100% of the content that all other Mario Kart games had, and then the DLC just adds more tracks and everything like that. And he's just like, I hate seeing the grayed out thing on the screen. I hate seeing that there's these advertisements like, buy this and everything like that. I just think that there's something about DLC that really makes people mad.
There is?
Yeah. And microtransaction just feels so... It just doesn't feel good. You know what I mean?
It does not.
It doesn't feel good.
It definitely does not.
I mean, like Tekken, for example, had a $25 season pass, and I think Eliza's the only character that you've gotten from it so far. They said, like, you get all the characters, all the stages. There's only been one character, and I don't even think there's been a new stage yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know Blaze Blue charged $8 for every character, and Blaze Blue had like 7,000 characters added to the game. You know, like...
You had to buy a bunch of new versions of the game, too.
Yeah, So, Eliza wasn't in the season pass. Okay, so never mind. So, Eliza wasn't even part of the season pass. So, if you spent $25 on the season pass, have you gotten anything besides bowling so far? It's just bowling and geese. Because the bowling is $13, which means geese has to be $13 too in order to make the season pass worth it. Unless they come out with more stages. Costumes, bikinis, stuff like that. Geese is free? Like, I don't know. Whatever. In any case, like, a lot of people get mad at DLC. The way that I look at it, and, you know, I was trying to argue to my friends, and like I said, this wasn't even fighting games. So everyone's like, you're shilling for Capcom or whatever like that. Dude, I was talking about this for Mario Kart, okay? So I was already arguing with them about this, but I was just like, dude, like, they cost so much more to make games these days. It just costs that much more, and they're not being charged anymore. And I'm talking to one of my friends who both of us bought Chrono Trigger for like $70. Both of us bought like Street Fighter Hyper Fighting for like $80,
right.
And like
it was $80, right?
Yeah,
I think it really was.
So a $60 game back then is $86 now. I found an inflation calculator online, and it's literally $60 back when we bought Super Nintendo games is $86 now.
Okay,
right, and it costs a lot more to make games than it ever did before.
So games are effectively cheaper.
Oh yeah, they're way cheaper.
They're cheaper, and it costs a lot more to make high budget games. It costs. I mean, you can publish indie games in a way that you couldn't really do at that period in time. So that's nice. But if there's a AAA game, yeah, it costs a lot of money.
And then the problem with it is, and the other
Capcom is AAA.
And the other thing too is that people who aren't as resistant to the model, it works. If you go to your iPhone store right now and you click on the top tab, you can see the top downloaded paid for game, top downloaded free games. And then there's the last tab, which is highest money-making games, top money-making games. All of them are free. Every one of those in that category is free.
Right.
But it's just because they've been microtransactioned to death, right? Purchases. So unfortunately, it's a model that works. And it's something that I feel like a lot of these companies have to do to survive. Now, I'm biased a little bit in the fact that I have so many friends in the gaming industry, and I know like they've worked 100-hour weeks, 80-hour weeks to put out these games, and then afterwards they barely get anything out of it or whatever like that. They do get some residuals, you know, for game sales and stuff like that. It doesn't add up to much because there's a lot of people working on the game. And so I feel for developers in a lot of ways. So I'm a little more sympathetic, but I've always been a sympathetic / empathetic kind of person. I always understand these kind of things. I don't know why people are so upset about DLC because honestly, you don't have to buy them. They're not even being forced to do it. Like, look, let me tell you about the worst DLC that I ever played. I was at a Chuck E. Cheese a long time ago, and there was Dragon's Lair there. I was super excited to play Dragon's Lair because I love the game. I'm good at the game. I can beat the game perfectly. So me and my brother go and play it. We start playing it, and halfway through the game, it's like, insert 50 more cents to continue. Like, the game just stopped. Like, that is forced DLC right there. Like, that actually happened a long time ago when we were kids. And me and my brother saw that, we were like, hell no, and we walked away. But, like, a lot of the DLC these days, you don't have to buy if you don't want it. So, I don't know. Should the DLC be playable in training mode? Probably not. That kind of defeats the purpose of the DLC.
People just have... it's tough to convince people to spend more money for things that they haven't spent money for in the past. So it's hard. After we got used to paying $0 for online media, I got used to that. I'm sure a lot of us did. Nobody's gonna go back and spend $20 for a DVD anymore. Once you've gotten used to that,
right?
You never got used to it. I get it. You like the plastic discs. If you got used to that, you don't go back. You just that ship has sailed. Right. I'm used to YouTube being free. I'm not going to get this YouTube Red thing. They're trying to push it hardcore. I'm used to YouTube being free. I'm not going to spend more dollars on it because that ship has sailed too. So I think that's a big part of it with DLC. Everybody's used to games costing a certain amount, and it's for them the ship has sailed, and that's it. The game costs $60, and then that's it.
Right.
And it always should be. Same thing with arcade games. It still costs $0.25 for a lot of games. Quarter is almost nothing.
From 1980, it was $0.25.
Yeah.
It was in 19... Okay, let's do 25 cents inflation calculator.
$0.25 is almost nothing today. People begging on the streets don't ask for $0.25 anymore, at least not in LA. They ask for more than that because it's not much.
Oh, man.
Anyway, that's my thought. I think it's really just a fact that people don't want to spend more than they are accustomed to spending. So.
Alright, so 25 cents in 1980 is 75 cents now. So there you go. So you should be paying 75 cents for an arcade game.
I would not do that.
And yeah, you walk up. I mean, some of them you do. Like DDR, you
I understand that's what they want to charge.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Exactly. But if I go to an arcade and it's like a classic game, like if I go to a throwback barcade and they've got Donkey Kong sitting there, and I'm like, yo, I used to play Donkey Kong all the time when I was young, and I walk up and it's 50 cents to play Donkey Kong, I'm going to be like, hell no, I'm not playing this. I'm not paying 50 cents for Donkey Kong, even though back then when I paid for it, it was more expensive.
Yeah, right. Your brain doesn't think that way.
Right, exactly. So
yeah, it is true that many modern arcade games cost more than 25 cents, but those aren't the games that, like the people spending $1 on that were not the people who spent 25 cents in the past. They're kids, right? They're families who weren't arcade goers. If you were an arcade goer, Again, that ship has sailed for you.
Right.
Games cost 25 cents, and you're real hesitant to spend more than that.
I mean, as an arcade goer, we had that conversation a while ago that I said that it just feels good to plunk a quarter down into a machine and hit the start button and go, right? There's just something about it that makes me want to play harder than when I play on emulation.
For me, now, I feel like games should cost $0.
So you feel like everything should be free to play and everything should be...
I mean, like, not necessarily free to play. I don't want to spend money to play a single game of a game. English doesn't have a good word for this.
Okay.
I shouldn't have to spend money to play an individual game of a game. A match? Is that the better word, I guess? I'm cool spending money on games. I spend a lot of money on games. That's where like a lot of my income, my free income goes.
The arcade model.
But the arcade model has basically, I'm not into it.
Yeah, you can't do that, right?
That seems silly nowadays.
Yeah, and there was even, like, I remember on the iPhone, Capcom came out with Capcom Arcade one time where you could play, like, Final Fight and all these games on there, and every day you got 2 free tokens, and then you would play for them. But then if you used them up, then you had to spend actual money to get tokens, or just wait the next day for 2 more tokens, etc., etc. And it's kind of the same thing, paying to play a little bit more. So, yeah, I mean, that is definitely true. $60 doesn't buy you the whole game anymore. You're kind of paying for less, but that's why they do the DLC. I mean, it's kind of goes with the same point, right? Yeah, $60 isn't paying for the whole game because you need to spend the rest of the $30 to play for the exact same amount of content that you would have paid $60 for in the past, right? Yeah. And a lot of people are like, I talked about Chrono Trigger, and someone's like, come on, James, you can't compare these things with Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger was a masterpiece and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, and if it came out today, it would be $60, and then there would be the secondary story for another $15, and then there would be the tertiary story for another $15. Dude, that's what Zelda's doing. Breath of the Wild has 1 DLC out. They're coming out with a second DLC soon as well, right? And everyone already says it's like Game of the Year, right? So they're like, dude, every game is doing this basically right now. So, but I will watch. I'll try to watch that video, Dago. If you can, Dago Yume Hara. If you can, like, either DM it to me in Twitter or send me a DM here on Twitch. I would love to watch it. I would love to watch that. So.
I do understand the original point, which is that you spend money on plenty of things. Why not also video games? Like whoever the poster was saying that they spend $7 on a beer.
Yeah,
right. I do the same thing. Why would I be hesitant to spend that amount of money on a fighting game, which gives me how many hours of right? Yeah, I get it. So when it comes to fighting games that I like and support, I'm willing to spend money. But I spend money on beer because I like beer a lot. There's a lot of things that I don't spend money on.
Yeah.
A lot of things, right? But for the things that I care about, different story. If I don't need to spend money on something and I don't care that much about it, then sure, I'll pirate whatever the movie is. Who cares? But if it's something that I do care about, it's a medium I care about. Dude, if it's a story I care about.
My brother goes to movie theaters all the time because that's
cool.
His thing.
That's your thing.
That's his thing.
Totally cool. That's the modern economy. So.
Yep.
Alrighty. Anyway, we were talking about something else.
We were just talking about the end of scene. That's all. So,
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What was the last CD I bought? God. Maybe like forever ago. Maybe like OK Computer. Like forever ago.
Wow. Okay.
CD.
You want to know when the last CD I bought was? I think it was literally like less than a month ago. Like I actually bought a new CD. I bought the new Light CD because I support artists that I like.
Yeah, if that's your thing, that's your thing.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
not.
I have
CDs
sitting here, but this one was free. This one was free. This one Justin bought for me in Japan.
That's cool.
So there you go.
Oh, come on! Everybody does it. Everybody pirates. Even when I was in law school, I was. I was like the vocal defender of pirates. I was such a butthole. My music law professor is this famous music lawyer whose clients include like Britney Spears and whatever. And I definitely raised my hand in class one day, and I was like, "Why would I spend money on any of the products that your clients make?" What am I doing? But then we got into this whole argument that lasted many weeks, and everybody in that class pirated. Maybe 2 people didn't, but like everybody. It's like lawyers are not some special class of people. Everybody does it.
I mean...
Obviously.
Okay, so I can think of something that I've pseudo-pirated recently, but outside of that, honestly, like, maybe the last time I pirated something might be similar to the same time that you bought a CD. I, like, never pirate anything.
Like on LimeWire or something? Like, how long ago was this? Do you remember what the program was?
I don't even... I think the
like
last thing I pirated was Napster. Like...
Oh, no.
I'm serious. Like, the only thing that I've pirated recently, honestly, is probably Showtime's Twin Peaks. They just did the new Twin Peaks series, and someone basically recorded it for my brother, and then he let me borrow that. But outside of that, like, I can't even imagine anything I pirated. Unless you count... So me and my brother have always done this. Whenever we buy music, we share it with each other. Right? But that's just something we've been doing all along. But
Sorry, buddy, you're breaking the copyrights.
But we still buy the CDs, and we actually buy the MP3s from sites. But I guess that counts as pirate.
That sure is.
I guess that counts as
pirate.
That
sure is infringement.
There you go. So, okay.
Napster? Oh, crap.
I am definitely a Twin Peaks fan. Yes, I am a Twin Peaks fan. Prodigious Law. Well, okay, there you go. So, okay, yeah, so maybe I am...
Everybody can thank the pirates for our modern subscription models. You're welcome.
That is true.
You're welcome, everybody.
That's true. Okay. What were we talking about here again? There was... did we talk about the Revolution tournament here? So, Revolution UK took place also, I believe it was last weekend. BlazBlue Central Fiction had 78 entrants. Guilty Gear Exit Rev 2 had 84 entrants.
Sick.
BlazBlue top 8 was VDV King Rasta with Platinum, and 7th place was also Nemo Snacks with Bang Shishigami. 5th place was Crushing Eagle with Izayoi, as well as ZT5 with Jin. 4th place was Sacred Azure with Noel, and I do think this was 2 weekends ago, so by the way. 3rd place was Lord Spectre X with Izanami. 2nd place Dragon Lord Z with Susanoo. And 1st place Kiba with Valkenhayn and Jubei. Ooh,
okay.
Jubei.
That's
okay.
cool. Yeah,
Jubei was the new character.
Yeah.
Guilty Gear Exert Rev 2. 7th place Peta with Axel and Zokis with Potemkin. 5th place BBPRK with Zato 1. 5th place Raven with Johnny. That's funny. 4th place is Vampin with Jacko. Oh, cool. Okay.
Sick.
3rd place, he came to Frosty Faustings, I think it was, and did super well. He got like top 3 with Jacko.
Nice.
And was pissing off everybody because nobody likes fighting Jacko. 3rd place, VDV King Rasta with Faust. 2nd place, Jackal with Milia. And 1st place, Knifey 7 with Soul. There you go.
Supposed to be Nephite, maybe? Do you think that's lead speak?
I have no idea.
I don't know, bub.
Also, in the middle of last week, was the U.S. versus Japan U-Deal exhibition.
Yes.
On Nico.
Yep.
With 5 of Japan's greatest versus most of U.S.'s greatest in their top 5.
Oh, what do I put it?
The teams were in Japan were Daigo Umaharo as the captain versus with Haitani, Fudo, Nemo, and Kazunoko. USA, Justin Wong was the captain with Smug, PR Rog, Champ, and Snake Eyes on the team.
I watched it.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I sure did.
Okay. I did not get a chance to see it. What did you think?
So it was weird because it was just those matchups. Like if you raised it up a little bit, like it was literally Justin Wong played against Daigo,
and then Smug played Haitani, and then just.
Smug and Haitani, was it?
Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah, you're right. So, well, no, it looks like... Because Kazunoko looked like he played a bunch of people.
What? I totally watched the thing. Did it...
I don't know. It says Nemo played Smug, and then it said Smug played Fudo, and then Fudo played PR Rog, then PR Rog played Kazunoko. Then Kazunoko played everybody, and then Smug played Daigo.
That's hilarious. Did it drop out and I assumed that it ended? That actually might have been what happened. Because I watched the first 5, right? Nemo beat Smug. Wait, Smug beat Fudo? Now I'm super confused. Because I definitely watched this.
There were 2 separate formats. The first one is the one David was describing.
Oh,
yeah, there's this first round here. There you go. So you only saw the first round.
I guess.
I guess there was something else as well.
Dang. Bummer. Now I want to go back and watch all that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I totally thought that I watched the whole thing. All right, so there were two formats. One where it was just the matchups of Nemo versus PR Balrog, then Fudo versus F-Champ, Kazunoko Snake Eyes, Smug, Haitani, then Daigo Justin. And then there was an actual team tournament.
Okay. Gotcha.
I didn't get to watch the actual team tournament.
Yeah, but the other one that you were talking about, Daigo beat Justin 2-1, Smug beat Haitani 2-0, Kazunoko beat Snake Eyes 2-1, Fudo beat F-Champ 2-1, and Nemo beat PROG 2-0.
Shoutouts to Smug.
Yeah, so Smug was the only one that was doing some work here. So it's really interesting because NuckleDoo, who I'm assuming is being made captain of Team USA for Canada Cup that is coming up, just put out a tweet and said, who do you think should be on Team USA?
Okay.
5 players.
Okay.
And I actually threw in my names already. So my names are out there on the internet. Who would you put in there?
I'm not sure. I have to think about it.
You have to think about it.
Punk. Probably can't happen at Canada Cup.
Oh, because he still doesn't have his passport yet, huh?
Can't travel out of the country.
Okay.
Well, obviously do. What do we got here? Yeah, I like having the Snake Eyes. I think that makes sense.
Okay,
just for matchup concerns. Okay. I like having Smug. I think that is a good idea.
I
don't know.
Made the argument that I want it to be all young guns.
Young guns.
I just let's not put Justin on there. Let's not put PROG. Let's put the young players on there. So I said let's just put Punk. Let's put Smug. I mean, if Punk can't make it, then I'll replace him with IDOM. Because I didn't put IDOM in there because I wasn't sure if IDOM was even going to go.
Yeah.
So I initially left IDOM off the list.
IDOM is a good one.
But my list was Do, Punk, Smug, and then I put Myers and Chris T on there. Just to have a little biased West Coast representation.
Smug. I guess I would say Do, if anybody can travel wherever. Do, Punk, Smug, JB, and
IDOM probably, right?
And IDOM.
Yeah.
Did I pick anybody from the West Coast?
No, that's the way.
I believe in it.
No, that's the way
I believe in it.
Yeah,
yep.
I kind of concur with that. That's why I said that look, I love Myers and Christie to death, but that's kind of why I said that it was kind of a little bit of bias putting them on there. Yeah. But JB's another good one. Holy crap, I didn't even think about that, but JB would be a good one.
Bummer. I might have Snake Eyes on there, like I said, just because of Zangief being an important character.
You know, there should be 2 USA teams. There should be the East Coast and the West Coast team.
Sure.
And that way, we can watch the West Coast team get bodied. Yeah. No, that's not necessarily true.
Probably true,
We'll see. I mean, because I thought they were going to get destroyed at that exhibition they did at EVO, that cross-counter exhibition thing.
Right.
And West Coast won because SD Pinoy bodied everybody.
Yeah, if there was a West Coast one, I guess it would be like Snake Eyes, Myers... Probably Pinoy, Chris T.
Pinoy and Commander Jesse, maybe?
Yeah, I suppose.
Or F-Champ, or...
I guess F-Champ.
Yeah, F-Champ, he's top 8 EVO finisher.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm not super enthused about this. Gotta be honest. Oh, 801 Strider.
Oh, yes, 801 Strider. Good call. Yes, for sure.
Anyway...
I was just trying to... Like I said, I would have wanted 801 Strider on there, but like I said, I want to do it Young Guns. I want to just let all the young players go there and just see if they could, like, their youthful vigor can defeat all the enemies, so...
Okay, well, when it came to the actual team tournament, Japan...
It looks like Nemo beat Smug, and then Smug beat Fudo, and then Fudo beat PROG, and then PROG beat Kazunoko. Then Kazunoko beat Justin, beat Filipino Champ, beat Snake Eyes, beat Smug, and then Smug beat Daigo. So I guess they were just playing 10 matches, and they just went through there, it looks like, and however it ended up after 10 matches.
No, what people said in the chat is that the first round matches were for deciding how many lives you had.
Oh, I see. But then why did it maybe they're listed from most recent to the... Like, maybe Smug and Daigo was the first match, and then it went through that way.
Well, that's true for the first round matches listed below.
Yeah, exactly. So it was probably the backwards order there, so the ending was Nemo beating Smug then. Okay.
Makes more sense.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, actually, that would make sense now that I look at it. Yeah, it makes more sense that way because Smug beat Daigo, then Kazunoko beat Smug, then he beat Snake Eyes champ Justin. Finally, Pierrot came back and beat Kazunoko, and then Fudo beat Pierrot, and Smug beat Fudo, and then Nemo finally beat Smug to end the whole entire thing. So there you go.
Well, I got to watch that team tournament part of it. That I'm sure was compelling.
Well, so. But yeah, I mean, for all this talk that USA was the best, USA is the greatest, USA rah 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 rah, everything seems to be falling into more of the previous pattern.
Cleveland hosts former teammate.
I never really thought that USA was the best. I thought that Punk was the best. I still think Punk's the best.
Okay.
But never really thought like USA was the best.
Really? So in other words, you're being biased for USA then right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my thought. I thought Do was the best, and then I thought Punk was the best. So, like, the best players, I feel, have been Americans over the last, like, couple of iterations of best players. But in general, I don't think that
Someone
US
keeps
is
asking me, Manat Best Wife who keeps asking me, who's Tomo Akira? That is nobody. You are talking about Tomo Ohira. Tomo Ohira was the greatest Street Fighter II player at the beginning. He was the original top player in the country. Might have even been the best player in the world. We don't know because Japan and U.S. never played each other back then.
Yeah.
But the only evidence that we have is that L.A. Akira went to Japan, entered a Champion Edition tournament then, and he said that he was able to take games off of some of their best players, and he knows he could barely take games off of Tomo. So in his opinion, he felt like U.S. was stronger in that time.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a little bit of bias there.
Sure.
But Tomo is one of those players,
know.
he was definitely ahead of his time. Like, now that I think back on what he was doing, like, back then I didn't understand. Like, he fought against a Chun-Li, and if Chun-Li did low forward, he uppercutted it every time. It was like...
You could react, they were very slow games.
Yeah, the games were very slow, but it was still crazy. It was just like... Up, I'll show you, and it didn't knock her down. By the way, because uppercuts didn't knock down in the original Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
So it would just punch her leg, but if she never did low forward, he never uppercutted, right? And it was just like back then, you were just like, that's impossible. But now that I understand the game, he was probably doing uppercut, wait, uppercut, wait, oh, he hit a button, I hit a button, that kind of stuff. You know, he was doing a lot of the advanced stuff back then that a lot of people are doing now that are considered standard, but he was doing it back then. So.
It may be that Tokido is now the best, yeah, but certainly it's the... I feel like the conversation is Tokido, Punk, something like that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, anything else going on in terms of tournament results, or did we just get through all of that?
I think I got through all of that.
Very meanderingly.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to take a break and then we'll just do the FGC news again?
You want to just do the thing? Yeah, we'll take a break, fine. Let's take a break.
Okay.
All
right, be right back, guys. No, L.A. Akira. L.A. Akira. L.A. Akuma is Jeff Schaefer.
Yeah.
L.A. Akira is Gerald Abraham, the guy who runs Okamoto Kitchen. They chose those nicknames in conjunction with each other because they were friends back then. So there was L.A. Akira and L.A. Akuma. So,
bam!
You cannot educate me on the classic, old school knowledge stuff, man. Sure. Get in line.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
I make no pretense to know more than you about that stuff. That's for sure.
Oh man.
All right, welcome back to the internet show. What do we got? What's the news? What's the news here?
I have not
FGC news.
I have not actually arranged them this time. So
you got news? We're not on it yet. We're still talking about Steam.
We talked about Zeku's
theme
music. So let's see here. So apparently at Canada Cup, which is coming up in 2 weekends.
Yes,
it's going to be a big tournament. Going to be a lot of fun. They announced another Japanese player that's going to be showing up there, and it is one returning from last year, which is Shogatsu.
Yeah.
So Shogatsu is going to be returning, and he's formed a team with Kusamundo and Tomo, Ryu player Tomo.
Okay.
Who has been tearing up in SoCal. He's the guy in SoCal here, different Tomo.
SoCal Regionals.
Yes, one SoCal Regionals, so that's a cheap team.
That is a super good team.
Honda Ryu.
Old Honda Ryu.
Yes. Although I feel like one character could probably decimate that team pretty badly in like Dalsum or something like that, but I don't know. We'll see.
I feel that Honda is pretty even versus Dalsum.
Really?
That's bad. Is that...
I mean,
is that an unusual opinion?
Isn't it supposed to be Dhalsim messes up Honda because he's a fireball character?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's even.
Okay,
maybe things have changed. I don't know.
Anymore. I just know that
I always thought it was even.
Miller Time hates fighting against Eugene.
I'll tell you this: every time I played against Jason Cole in tournament, that man did not play Dhalsim against me.
Yeah,
we went right to old Sagat. So I feel like he knows.
Okay.
He knows.
Good stuff. Good stuff. We talked about the MvCI premium costumes. Oh, that's right. The Marvel vs. Capcom also came with a bunch of patch fixes. A lot of bug fixes.
It did come. Yeah, there were bug fixes.
So is this one also had did this one have the Spider-Man change as well? The web ball change?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is all the changes?
I don't think it's listed there.
It removed the Spider-Man web ball infinite. So now if you capture state them 3 times, the third one they just flip out of it, right? It's very similar to Captain America's shield, which was 2. So the first time was a knockdown, guaranteed knockdown, but the second time you hit anyone in a combo with the trick shield would automatically put them into the tumble stance.
Oh, okay.
So, because the thing about it is, it always guarantees. So, Captain America's shield slash and Strider's Formation B fireball thing are unique in that when they OTG you, they do not use up the OTG stat.
Right.
They actually, it's just you stay at 0 OTGs in your combo. The problem with Captain America is if you OTG with the shield, the next time if you could get it back and OTG again with it, it would flip them.
Gotcha.
Whereas Strider's wouldn't.
Strider can do Graham low thing 5 times.
Yeah, exactly, which is a sick combo. I feel like they did that just so you could do that combo. So you could do a full screen combo because it's a sick combo.
It's pretty weird. So there was the fix to the Spider-Man Infinite. Dorm can't flight.
Yeah.
What is it?
Olaf there was a glitch, Olaf Redland, that he found, I believe, and it was like you could do Dark Hole Fly, Dark Hole Unfly, Dark Hole Fly, Dark Hole Unfly, and you could basically do 100 hits on nothing but Dark Hole, which was a glitch, and they got rid of that.
Right.
There was a bug that made it so that if you crouch blocked the very last frame of your crouch block animation, you could not block anymore.
Right. That's why low short into Stinger was an overhead.
It was actually an unblockable.
Right.
Because it only affected you while you were crouching. So if you stood blocked, it felt like, so they fixed that. So now that Strider glitch is gone. Hit stun deterioration glitch is still, in fact, in the game.
What?
Hit stun deterioration glitch is, in fact, still in the game.
It is.
Yes. So I'm sure they're trying to figure out what's causing it and trying to fix that. So I'm pretty sure it's a flip, and then the hit stun, because the thing is, you have to keep them in hit stun afterwards. So you can, for example, delay your chain combo, so it's like pow and then pow. So you can hit stop is and then they reel, right? But if you hit them and then they start to reel, they get the flip. But if you can hit them so that you keep them in that hit stop, they will not flip out of the hit stun. Okay. You'll never get the deterioration will never start kicking in. Yeah. Which is why some people have found the air combos that are long enough, ba 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 ba, and do down into tag, hit him, launch, and do ba 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 ba, and to do it again. That's why that was able to work. I'm sure there's some weird bug in there that it just flips and then they don't reach a neutral state, so it can't reset itself, etc., etc. So hopefully that they'll actually fix that at some point in time. Oh, that's right. I should probably mention in the chat too that UCTV Cappuccino is gone. UCTV Honk Honk is gone now, but we have new emotes now for you guys. So I don't know if I'm going to... Well, so we have UCTV Fart Noise now, which is just the disappointed David face making the... I mean, I wish I could...
Look at that beardo.
I wish the tongue could be more prominent in there. I tried using Photoshop to, warp the tongue a little bit, but it was starting...
Big old tongue.
But, trying to play with your tongue, I mean, it was hard enough in real life already, but, on Photoshop, it was kind of a little bit weird. But you can also add it to FN2 and UCTV... No, it was Fart2, I'm sorry. UCTV Fart2 and UCTV Fart3.
Fart.
And so if you do UCTV Fart Noise and then immediately followed up with the other one...
You screwed it up.
I did! Let me try this again. Like this. There you go.
Hey.
Now you get the whole entire David thumbs down thing right there. But what makes that even greater here, which I'm telling people right now, I'm giving people the strats. Okay, I'm giving people the strats. Is that you can actually... So Chen Cappuccino actually still exists. Chen Cappuccino, but you have to be a $9.99 subscriber, so you're never going to be able to use that. But that way you can also do...
It got screwed
God,
up.
I messed up again because it's UCTV, that's why. Okay.
Yep.
There we go. So you could do this. And did I... I'm not a $9.99 subscriber. That's so funny. All right, so let's do. Okay, let's yell at Jebaited, shall we? That works. That works. So you could do something like, people are messing up my thing, and I spelled. Oh, dude, I'm totally not doing this.
Well, it was a good effort, but I got to give you a big old.
Yeah, pretty much. There you go. So now you're gonna have David. You're gonna have David staring at things to thumbs down, basically. There you go. Finally got it to work.
Suck it, Alex.
That's right. So there you go.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Yeah.
New emotes. So
All right. Well, there you go. Took
okay.
a nice
In
work.
any case,
Nicely done.
yes. More FGC news. Let's talk about.
Yeah, it looks like I'm French kissing Jabali. I agree. And putting the old thumb down where it should be.
Okay.
Horrible thought.
Tournament news. It has been announced that NorCal Strong Style is coming back in February at the Doubletree Hilton in San Jose. Is that the original? Oh no, that's a different place. But this one, last year they tried that. Not last year. It was a few years ago. Remember they tried to do that experiment where you couldn't watch it streamed over the internet. They were going to do this big old production, and I was like, it's never going to happen. You're never going to release this thing. This is not a good idea. Well, this year it's going to be live streamed over the internet.
Okay.
It's like standard because it was a failed experiment. Nobody, after the event was over, nobody wanted to analyze the videos like they were supposed to. Don't ask Chris Seglia about it because then there's like, you see that like fuzzy dark cloud show up above his head, you know, the cartoon dark cloud above his head. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So when will it be?
That's going to be February 10th through February 11th.
Nice. 2-day tournament.
I should go there and hopefully everyone buys me lots of cake and treats me to spaghetti and hard-boiled eggs. So, also, so Spider-Man's Reality Stone Infinite was soft banned, but I mean that's pointless now. It's gone, so I don't even know why they even bother soft banning it if the patch is going to come out and get rid of it.
Well, there was a tournament at Southeast Asia Majors.
Yeah, that's true.
Where
that's
it
true.
was relevant.
That's true.
Yeah, they said it was soft banned, but soft banned has always meant discouraged.
Yeah, that's true. It is banned. It was actually banned.
I don't know why they phrased it in the way that they did, but in any case, don't start saying things are soft banned when you mean banned. I don't want this to be another trip guard situation.
Oh, does the emote not work in theater mode? Interesting. White background on dark mode. Okay. Oh, shoot. I did not kill the background on those.
Oh, yeah, you gotta get the old alpha in.
I thought I did. I'll fix that. I'll fix that.
Cool, man.
I will definitely fix that. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the note on that. I will fix that.
High five.
Okay. Also, Tekken 7 has sold over 2 million copies on console.
Sick.
So Tekken 7 successful. It has sold 8 times as much as Marvel.
Wow, Marvel has sold more than I thought.
Oh, no. AD times more than Marvel, right?
Really?
800 times more than Marvel?
I don't know what the number is.
Dude, I can't even like crunch the numbers because they're so disparate from each other. I thought it was 500,000. That would be 8 times, but I think it was like 50,000. So I think it is 80 times.
It would be 80 times.
I think they did sold 80 times more.
It's not 800. It's not that. They didn't sell that few copies. Right?
No, I said 80 times more, right? 80 times more, which would be 50,000, because I think that was... Because people said that if you go online and check the rank, it's like it's like your rank is out of like 40,000 players or something like that. And I'm sure not everybody's gone online, so I'm sure that they've sold a little more than that. But I mean, the fact that there's only like your rank on the ranked mode is out of like 40-some thousand players is not good, right? So,
well, in any case, congrats to Tekken 7, which is a very pretty game and very fun to play.
Very fun game, yes, exactly. And that was only on consoles. I don't even think that counts on PC, to be honest with you.
I have it on PC.
It says PC has sold over 300,000 on that platform.
Zoinks!
It's nice that Steam, you could just see how often the game sold on there, right? I mean, these are the numbers that shouldn't be hidden, I think, right?
You can also see how many people play the game regularly. Like how many people are online for it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway. Good job to Tekken.
Yeah,
fantastic
absolutely.
game.
And I don't know if it's still on sale. I know it was on sale at one point in time. Let me see when the sale ends. That and Absolver are on sale right now. Absolver, let's see, sale ends on October 17th. So it's either done today or right now is the last chance to get it. So definitely check for that. Tekken 7 was on sale for, if you have PS Plus, it was $36, 40% off. If you were not, then you got 20% off. But if you have PS Plus or not, and you've been wondering about getting into Tekken, now is the time to get it. So, but unless it's all gone already.
All right.
So there you go. So.
Yeah, Tekken sells well. Typically does.
Yes, it always sells well. And again, it's just one of those games that it's weird because it's a weird thing to say. Like, I don't want to say this because it makes it sound bad, but like, you can feel good when you play the game because as long as you're hitting buttons and stuff, like, stuff happens.
Oh, it's a masterable game.
Yeah, moves have impact, and even when you go online, like, you can beat some people by just like spamming certain moves because they don't understand how to fight it.
It's definitely a masterable game. Like, that's not going to beat anybody who knows what's going on, obviously.
Right.
But if you and your buddy don't know anything about fighting games, you can definitely do some of this, and moves will come out.
You learn your 10 strings, and you just like 10 string people because
you
it's
just
fun,
do whatever,
Eddie,
and you just do stuff.
Eddie, oh god.
You know, obviously that's not going to beat anybody who knows anything. But if you don't know anything, then it's fun to just go.
God, Eddie drives me insane. God, I cannot beat that. I don't know what to do with that character. I just need to research him.
Yup.
So there you go.
Okay.
Try to get into Tekken if you haven't. This is interesting here, so I guess I don't know much about it. I just read this headline, so I apologize for being a headline reader here, but on SRK, they said that Riot Games is switching gears to developing projects other than League of Legends.
Well, they're one of their head dudes, founders of the company, that's right, leaving management whilst they turn their attention to focusing on other games. Okay. So there's no news on what those other games might be.
But the reason why it's significant is that they did buy out Radiant Entertainment, which was the Tom Cannon, Tony Cannon group that was making Rising Thunder.
Correct.
And so whether or not it's a League of Legends fighting game or whatever, or it could just be any fighting game, I think that could be very, that's like, maybe we'll finally start hearing about
this. It'd be
nice. And it's funny too, because I just remembered, this just happened literally this weekend. One of my next door neighbors works at Riot.
Oh.
But he's an IT person. He doesn't actually work on the games. But he walked up to me, he's like, I met Tony Cannon this weekend.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I was like, cool. He was like, yeah, I asked him if he knew James Chen. He's like, of course I know James. He's like, he's my next door neighbor, you know, stuff like that and everything like that. And I was like, that's true. Then that means you know what they're working on. He's like, I do. And that was it. And I was like, I was like, come on, tell me. He's like, I can't tell you. And that was the end of it, man. I was like, come on,
Nobody will say anything. Well, hopefully we'll find out at some point.
Yeah, exactly. But
League of Fighters.
I tell you right now, if League of Fighters is what they're working on, that like changes the landscape of everything. Because now you have the fighting game with the recognizable IP. I mean, I know a lot of people got mad at me when I said, you know, if Street Fighter dies, it hurts the growth of FGC a lot. And, you know, reasons being because they own the IP. It's a popular thing. It was a cultural phenomenon. Every Uber driver I talked to was like, what are you in town for? Oh, for video games. Oh, which one? Street Fighter. I remember Street Fighter. Yatta. You know, like every one of them has it. So the Street Fighter has that power. But if League of Legends Fighter comes out, that changes everything. Because like even Dragon Ball is popular, but Dragon Ball is owned by Toriyama, industry, you know, the animation company, right? So like if you wanted to put it on TV, then they have to work with the Toriyama group, whatever. Street Fighter is like Capcom says yes, that's it, you're done, right? So League of Legends would be the same thing if there was a League of Fighter out there, because then Riot would be like, yes, you could run our fighting game, and that's it. They own all the characters, they own all the IP, and so they would get everything out of there,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's kind of scary.
Yeah, it is a little bit scary. It's it would be a grand esportsification of fighting games in a way that never has happened before.
Yeah, Toei is the animation company, but Toriyama Company owns Dragon Ball, right? Even I believe that's how
I
it
have
works.
no idea, man.
Okay. Yeah, the League audience doesn't care about fighting games, but a lot of people have heard about League of Legends now, and I don't think that they would be going after the League audience to play their fighting game anyway.
I think they probably would be, but I don't know how. I mean, they'd probably also be going after the fighting
Right,
game.
yeah,
scene.
exactly.
They're not gonna. It's gonna be both if it happens.
I mean, League audience is cancer, is someone saying in there, but you know what? If the FGC was as big as League, it would be just as bad. I mean, we're whatever fraction our audience is compared to them, that is the fraction of how much we are of cancer to them, basically. So if we grow to their size, we will be equally, because it's just internet chat. It's just internet chat. It's not even FGC or Riot or League of Legends. It's just the internet. When it gets that big, it gets that bad. So. And I don't even want to use the word cancer, so I'll just go back to saying
Probably
toxic.
for the best.
Toxic is the better word to use.
All right.
So
Well, we'll see what happens. No news, other than
Yeah,
that those folks are doing other stuff, but we don't know what.
Some really kind of interesting news. So BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle has introduced 3 new characters. And they have said that they're adding Rachel Alucard, Hazama,
Okay.
and Vice Schnee from Ruby. I have no idea who that is. But
Vice Schnee.
Vice Schnee.
That's the dumbest name I've ever heard.
She's a chick with a sword. She has a sword. Come on, that's your favorite character.
She could be anybody. That character could be anybody from anything. For sure. I'm looking at the most blah character I've ever seen, and her name is Vice Schnee.
Yeah, Weiss.
I don't like
Vice
it.
Schnee.
How is that written? Anyway.
But the most interesting thing about the reveal trailer...
I'll leave it alone.
The very most interesting was at the very end. They had some logos at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
And one of them was the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
So it's coming to PlayStation 4, PC, and Switch. So finally a fighting game is coming out on the Nintendo Switch. And I'm kind of excited about that. Very, very excited.
That is very cool.
Because that means I will probably be playing that a lot on airplanes. Then
I'll have to get a hitbox for that.
Yeah, I'll probably be doing a lot of training mode on the airplane.
That would be awesome with Vice Schnee. Is it accurate to say that her name is... I'm just going to look it up. Let's see.
Oh, is it German for something, or...
I don't know. Maybe. I'll find out. Okay, so it's a Snow White, backwards.
Oh, she's White Snow, or Snow White. Okay.
Vice Schnee. It's not a pretty language, folks.
German is not a pretty
Sorry.
language.
Come on. That character looks so blah. Anyway, what else is going on?
That's all I have for news. That's all I have for gaming news. GTO Kira in chat says that SFE Taito arcade version test tournament is this weekend. So I guess this is where they're going to be location testing the arcade version. Is this actually going to be arcade edition, or what version is this?
That's a good question. Yeah, will it actually be arcade? Well, can't understand that.
Right.
But yeah, will it be arcade edition, or will it just be Street Fighter V on arcade?
Yeah,
Different
not
things.
Sure. Not sure.
Different things.
They still haven't revealed anyone who goes into etc. in BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, because there's still that etc. category I want to... Oh!
It's not AE. Okay,
it's
cool.
the pre-Zeku version.
Yeah, that makes more sense then.
Okay, so they're just going to test out the version we're playing right now, essentially.
Right. But on arcade. That's cool. Also this weekend is the last chance qualifier for E-League for Injustice 2. It'll be on Saturday. So the players, there was this whole qualification process for E-League, and it was not the most easily understood thing in the world. But 8 players from the top 8 at the Injustice Pro Series finals, right? I forget everybody. Sonic Fox, Hayate, Gross, whoever else it was, Dragon. They make it in. Then the top 2 from the Hometown Heroes, which was like a long qualification process, and I think that was Nubcakes and Emperor Nyx. Pretty sure. Okay. And then there were the top 2 from the Liga Latina.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that.
And then there was the top 2 from the... whatever the EU one was called. I want to say it was called Path to Pro.
Okay.
Anyway,
so they're all going to be competing.
They'll all be there. But this next weekend is when the last chance qualifier is going to be held.
Okay.
So 2 people will qualify from that into the E-League, which then starts the following weekend.
Okay. Which is the same weekend as Canada Cup.
It is. Yeah. So that, I was trying to make it less complicated, and it didn't work out at all.
Okay.
Didn't work out at all. But that's what's going to happen. So for the last chance qualifier, I don't know who all is going to it, but look for Biohazard and people who were at Injustice Pro Series finals but didn't make the top 8. I would say it was like people to watch for.
Okay. Also this weekend is going to be the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, taking place in Portland, of course.
Makes sense.
And that is where they're going to be running the Tetris Classic World Championships.
Ooh.
And I will be traveling there, and I will be doing commentary for them. So I will be doing some commentary for Tetris this weekend.
Very cool.
I'll be traveling up to Portland over there and hanging out there for a few days.
Portland's a cool town.
Yeah, I've been told. I've been there before, but actually, no. I think I've been to Beaverton. I don't think I've actually ever been to Portland, so...
Yeah, city called Beaverton.
Yeah, this is what it is. So, but yes, I will be at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, and so I'm actually excited just to check out the whole entire thing.
It sounds very cool.
I just want to see all the stuff that's going on over there. But yeah, I will be doing some commentary for the Tetris tournament over there, and I'm really excited about that. In fact, they just had an exhibition recently between Jonas, who is basically like the world champion of NES Tetris right now. Like, nobody can beat this guy.
Okay.
But Harry as well. And so basically, in NES Tetris, there's considered a kill screen, basically. Once you get to level, I believe it's 29, it's either 20 or 20, I believe it's 29, that it just gets too fast, you can't do anything. So as soon as you get to 29, you die.
Okay.
Right? And that happens very rarely. But in this exhibition, like, they were playing against each other, like, Jonas beat Harry really badly, then Harry beat Jonas really bad. In the next game, they both kill screened with, like, 800,000 points, which is rare, and then they both kill screened again on the next one, but Jonas had, like, 900,000, and so, like, every time Harry was
was double overtime?
Yeah, basically. And so
that's awesome.
It's, like, these guys are ridiculous at that game, and it's really cool. And again, this is classic Tetris. You get no piece sliding, you get no T-spins, you get none of that stuff. As soon as the piece touches down, it's locked. So this game is like hardcore. This is real Tetris right here.
Do they play with, like, it doesn't have to be on a Nintendo?
It is. It's interesting how they have it set up, but like they have a way to display it really nicely for you. But I do believe they play on actual Nintendo systems.
I'm just asking, like, the players themselves. Nintendo's with Nintendo controllers.
I don't even know what controllers they use now that I think about it. I've never actually asked about that. If they, like, because I would imagine TE sticks would probably be the best for this, or I don't know. Let me think. Moving left or right with a joystick feel. Because I mean, even at speedruns, a lot of people use TE sticks when they play Tetris the Grandmaster and stuff like that because they want to do the Zangi spin, basically, right? Which is easier on a joystick than a pad. Right. So interesting.
Well, that's cool. Do people in Tetris not have, like, gamer tags? It's like Harry versus Jonas,
I think some of them have gamer tags, but I just don't know if it was, they probably never got to that point where, like, they needed it. But I know some of them do. I mean, obviously Kevin DDR has a gamer tag, right? Kevin DDR. There's a guy named Alex Kerr, I believe is his last name, who goes by Kitaru, etc., etc. So there are people who do have nicknames like that. So.
Also, this coming weekend is the Red Bull Proving Ground Final, which has Battles for the Stones Marvel Infinite Tournament.
That's right. So some people are traveling for that to try to get that stone. So
you got it.
Yeah, more stones, and I'm curious to see what's going to be the power on this one. Do we know which gem it is?
It's knowable info.
Yeah, that is knowable info. So. What is going on
I can find out
with this multi-Steve here? You're sliding your feet on the carpet, aren't you?
No.
Some people are saying
Power,
it's a
huh?
Power Stone.
Power.
So this is the one that Oliver said he wishes that it was you get to punch your opponent and then play right away, so they have to play like while dizzy and
Concussed.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, power. What could power be? What I really hope it is, something we addressed a couple weeks ago. I really hope that it is the ability to strike, to ban a character from your opponent's list.
Yeah.
That's what I really want. Power or mind, I feel like should be that.
Yeah. Mind Gem, I think that works for, right? You know,
I think that'd be really interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
Or power. What's the soul one? Is that you remove a loss, right?
You come
so
back
maybe
to life.
power is that you only need to win 2 instead of 3.
That would be boring.
Is that boring?
I think that would be too similar. It'd be too similar.
Right.
I think.
Fair enough.
So,
Fair
yeah.
enough. Anyway, we'll find out pretty soon.
Yep.
That's cool. That's
true. Sonic Fox hasn't won a gem yet, right? Is he gonna go to this thing?
Well, I'm not sure, but I hope he does.
Yeah, I hope so. That'd be cool.
Because he'll mop up whoever, man. He's the best.
Yep.
Oh, ye of Capcom, you did not know with whom you were dealing with. NRS fanboys like me know all about it.
Yep. Every time.
NRS Ultra David knew all about it.
Every time you think that Sonic Fox is winning only because of characters or whatever like that, it's just never.
What
happens.
if the Marvel scene is the weakest?
It could be.
Because all I know is that the last time there was an NLBC, the grand finals was Punk and Sonic Fox. What if Marvel is the weakest scene?
Yo.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yo. Shots. Okay.
I don't know. It's possible because there's not a lot of crossover even between Street Fighter and Marvel. A little bit, but not a lot. Could be.
Okay.
Yeah, Viscant won Evo. Oh my god. Man, Marvel's the worst scene. That's it. That was the nail in the coffin.
Twisting the knife.
The old knife.
Ow. Okay.
Dang.
Okay. Well, anything else you want to talk about?
I'm really enjoying Marvel.
Yeah.
Man, I'm still not good at it. Still not good.
I haven't actually played.
Every once in a while, I start to think that I'm getting not bad. I'm probably not bad, but I'm not good for sure. Because, I've got games in online against like Kinder Party and whatever, and Tuboware and whatever, and I just get butted on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just getting butted.
Okay.
But when I'm when I'm playing against randos on the internet, on ranked, like I'm doing okay. I feel like I wouldn't go 0-2 anymore if I went to a tournament.
Okay.
Wouldn't go 0-2.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to play it that much. I've just been busy, and last week the only game I played online was Tekken. So I need to get back to some online. So.
Oh dang! Arc Revo is this weekend also.
Arc Revo is this weekend. Okay, crazy.
Dang.
Look, unfortunately, the calendar maker always comes in and does the calendar, and then he goes and then he stops. Then he comes back and then he stops. But I don't blame him. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to maintain. He doesn't get paid for it, so it kind of sucks. So, but yeah.
Definitely sucks.
Yeah,
I might go 1-2, maybe 2-2. If I went to NLBC, I would go 0-2. If I went to Wednesday Night Fights, I'd be 3-2. Dang.
Dude, I mean, when I played Marvel 3, I never went 2-2. I tried going 2-2 so badly.
Oh, I thought you meant
3.
that was aspirational. You
wanted
to go 2-2. But you
I wanted to go 2. I could never get to 2-2. I was always 0-2 or 1-2. I could never actually win. It made me so angry. I was so upset at myself. I could never get good at Marvel games for some reason because I would never think about the assist. It was so hard for me to keep the assist in mind. I was so focused on fighting the other character I was seeing on
Marvel
the screen.
Infinite may be more suited for you.
Yeah, it is because I started doing better online when I was just tag, tagging constantly, and it makes the game work a lot better. So,
yeah. Will PC ever be fighting in tournament standard? Probably not for a while, if ever. It's just it's tough on the organizers to make that happen. It's easier and more efficient to just carry around a bunch of consoles. You know exactly what they're going to be like. You're not going to have any driver issues. You're not going to have issues with different hardware producing any different results.
Right.
It's more standard
and also
to have consoles.
I don't feel like joysticks are like the TE sticks and stuff like that. Like I always see like controller issues and stuff.
Sometimes there are controller
Like there was
issues.
one time we were like Justin at the Canada tournament just had his portable PC sitting there with Marvel on training mode. All of us wanted to crack out and I got a controller. I plugged it in there and it would not work. It would not work. I had to shut the game down, restart it, and then it worked. You know, like little things like that. Like is still in the way for now. Which is why, like I said, I had a lot of hope for that Steam box, but that just, what happened to that thing? That thing just, like, died.
I wish I had better news for you.
Okay.
Also, I feel comfortable on Hitbox now. I feel like I'm a Hitbox player now.
Oh, really? You're used to the up with the thumbs now, right? Okay.
I never use the right thumb.
Oh, really?
I only use the left.
Okay.
And I'm still occasionally designing my own hitbox, right?
Oh, right.
And so I'm making it so that the thumb is not far down. Currently, it's like this, more or less. This is like the distance between the things and the thumb. I'm making it much closer.
Interesting.
Much
you actually
closer.
like it closer.
I like it close.
Okay.
I want it to be like this. Like keys. Like I just want it like this.
Okay. Because they did it to make it a natural thumb position down here.
That's not natural for me.
Right, exactly. So that's not natural for you. They should make it so that the button can be rotated like up and down. So that would actually be kind of cool.
That may be beyond my ability. But that's a cool idea. Yeah, it's definitely cheater box, man. That there are things that are super easy to do. You know, it's just really effective. It's really effective.
I mean, that's what Clockwork's using to mop everybody up right now. He's been winning all of the Wednesday night fights in Marvel and stuff. So
true story.
Also, you know, I guess I'll take an opportunity. Like, I don't know if you saw the video that Kevin Ha put out just recently, but he's the guy who's been streaming Marvel at Wednesday night fights. He's been having a lot of trouble with that. He's been like, it's just like his channel's not doing well, and then like someone like asked him a question and he kind of broke down on his own stream.
Oh, bummer. No, I didn't know.
So, you know, if you guys get a chance, you know, I mean, of course I'm going to be a little biased here. He's a SoCal friend. He's been just going out of his way, bringing his setup to Wednesday night fights week after week after week to stream Marvel all the time. On Twitter, he's _Kevin_Ha. And if you can just go there and, you know, give him support on his Twitter, follow his Twitter. I'm trying to see what his Twitch is. Twitch.tv/ is he just Kevin Ha on Twitch? Let me see here. If you guys can actually give him a follow and stuff like that, it would be nice.
And maybe underscore.
Yeah, I think so. I think it is _Ha. I should know this already. Yep, there it is. Okay. So, definitely, oops, it's going to hear some noise. It's hosting somebody. There you go. So, it's Kevin _Ha, which is HA. So, you know, he does a lot of work. There's a lot of unsung heroes in the fighting game community doing a lot of these works. So, definitely, you know, shout him out, give him a little bit of support. Give him a follow on Twitch as well. You don't have to sub, right, obviously, but, like, follow. Today is the last day of September, though, so you can get half off of a subscription. So if you can support anybody right now. Yeah, it's half off for the subscription, but Twitch is sacrificing their half, basically. So all the subscribers get all the money out of there.
Wow.
It's ending today. It's been going on for the last month and a half. It's ending today. So if you have still a last chance, you know, support all the guys in there. So definitely. But yeah, he's been streaming Marvel there all the time, and
Marvel 3 before Infinite as well.
Yeah, exactly. So yes.
Okay. Yeah, good fella.
For sure. So streaming life is a tough life, man.
Yeah,
it's a tough life. I mean, it's hard for me, and I already had kind of like an audience built in. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not easy. That's why I don't do that much.
I've kind of had an advantage, and you know, it's not easy when you're someone like, you know, Kevin, and I know when I do commentary for Tekken, and Imura, who streams Tekken at Wednesday night fights. A lot of these guys, you know, they're trying to build their audience and stuff like that. It's tough. It's a tough gig, man. It's a tough gig.
Yeah, I gotta tell you. I mean, it's great. I'm very happy that they do stream, but man, the Twitch YouTube game is not a good game. It's not a good game.
Especially YouTube right now.
YouTube is definitely in the butts territory. All right, don't even think about it. But even Twitch, There are so many people streaming. It's just very, very difficult. And the amount of money that you can make on it, if you're at the max, if you have 20,000 subs, fantastic. You're doing
good job,
extremely well. But that's almost nobody.
Yeah, and
it's
again,
like literally almost nobody.
And the craziest thing about it is streaming is the hardest thing to do because of laziness. It's so easy to miss streaming and stuff like that. And so, when guys like Max do have subs, it's because he's consistent about it.
Right.
He also puts in so much work. Like, he actually told me, he was like, one of the secrets of streaming is every time you stream, put out a video on YouTube.
Right, yeah, he does.
And I don't do that because it's just like, God, that's a lot of effort.
I've talked with him in the past. He puts in 8-10 hour days, if it's 8, it's lucky.
Yeah, he's definitely worked 80-hour weeks. He's told me. Because the thing about it is, the other thing too is, as the person now who's doing all this editing and everything like that, editing takes up a lot of your freaking time.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
It's just not a good game. So if you're getting into streaming because it's fun or you want to support the community, those are great reasons. That's basically what we have been doing for like 6 years. You're trying to make it work on the old jchensor, but one of the reasons I don't on Ultra David that much is I just hate that game.
It is. It's a shitty
I just don't like it at all. I like playing games and I like hanging out and I like chatting with people. Those are all cool things. But there's so many other things that go into it. If I didn't have to deal with any of those things and it was just like hanging out and chatting, that's great.
Right.
But the rest of it is just a game that I do not want to play. Do not.
Exactly.
And I feel like people try to get into the Twitch streaming stuff with the hopes that there will be some financial future in it. Again, almost nobody.
Right.
Almost nobody.
And the only reason why I'm trying is because, like I said, I had kind of like a built-in audience. You know what I mean? I have a big following on Twitter, for example. Yeah. So I felt like maybe I had a chance, and it's working pretty decently. Yeah. But I mean, like I said, I'm not making anything. I'm in the red, but I'm able to sustain myself just fine. But streaming is a tough gig. Very, very much a tough gig. And you basically have to make money off of subs. You're not going to do it off of Twitch ads.
The ads are not helpful.
Yeah, they're not helpful at all, which is why I barely run ads, because it's just like you have so few viewers, it's like, what's no point?
Yeah, I mean, even on this thing, major reason that we run ads most of the time is just take a break.
Yeah, pretty much, so. Okay.
Yeah, celebrities. It's true.
Okay.
Celebs on Twitch sometimes don't have many viewers either because it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to convert like Twitter into Twitch. It's not as easy as you might think.
Dude, so our YouTube, every video keeps getting flagged.
Yeah.
And only one video did not get unflagged on review, but that was where we talked about the Vegas shooting. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll let that
Fair
one
enough,
slide.
I guess.
But every single other one, yeah, it's just like every time I upload a new video, it's the Tuesday freaking show, right? And like I haven't put in any tags, I haven't changed any titles, I haven't done any descriptions. I just click monetize right away because then it triggers unsuitable right away so that I can put it to review right away. The worst thing about it is you have a video live, it needs 1,000 views in 7 days to get a manual review. If it's private, you can trigger a review without that requirement, which is weird. So there are videos that get that flag, and I've discovered if I switch them to private, I can click the thing to put them into review. So the 2 Tuesday shows ago, I put it out, it got flagged, and I was like, crap. So I changed them back all to private, put in the review, they got fixed, and then I republished them. So now basically, on top of everything, on top of rendering, uploading, all of that garbage that you gotta do, you also now have to upload them, immediately monetize them so that they can be flagged so you can tag them for manual review, to wait for them to get manual reviewed so you can actually put them to public. Yep. It's a shitty process.
And for the people who have a ton of subscribers on Twitch, there are like a couple major ways that happens. One is that they're hilarious and they stream regularly and they're like really good. The other way is that they just happen to ride the right train. Like with the whole PUBG thing blowing up out of totally nowhere. They just the people who are good at it and were entertaining at that are not like so much more so than the people who are good at and are entertaining in whatever other game. Like it's 5 viewers. Because nobody cares about the game with 5 viewers. Who knew that PUBG would be the biggest game? Right. Like it's completely out of the blue. And the people who were streaming that game just happened to be riding the right wave.
Right.
It's just,
Eris, for example,
can you do?
he got there with like Resident Evil and Dark Souls games, right? That's where he gained it. But he was also just a funny guy. He was a great entertainer, so it just worked
for sure. But there's a huge part of it that's just totally random luck that you don't have control of.
And it sucks too because like even for me when I'm streaming stuff like Marvel, Tekken, Injustice, and Guilty Gear. Honestly, if I was streaming Street Fighter, I would probably get a lot more viewers because Street Fighter does get more viewers than a lot of the other fighting games.
It sure does.
And I haven't streamed Street Fighter in like 5 months, so I'm kind of like hurting myself in a way. But
nobody streams Street Fighter.
Yeah, I know. It's true. It's
fact.
True. Maybe I should stream it just so I could practice some Monot. I'll stream it when Zeku comes. But see, everyone's going to stream when Zeku comes out, and then everyone's going to stop streaming again. So.
Fact. Definitely true.
Need to get back to Tekken, so... Okay.
Yeah! Marvel's cool. I'm having a really fun time. Raiden is interesting. He's alright.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I feel like he's
banned from the Last Chance Call.
Yes, he's not editing
stuff.
He's like less interesting than he could have been because his gear is the interesting stuff. His gear is like the Master of Storms, putting the things that are on the screen. So that's not going to actually be in matches, unfortunately.
Actually, that's it's a really good point, Rock Monster. If I actually stream Mana, I'm going to have to get the mummy costume for her, because that will definitely get more viewers.
The mummy it's a cool costume too.
It is a cool costume. I like but like I said, I just like how Mana plays. I just really like how she plays. So
she's a fun character.
Play there. I haven't actually tried her yet in an actual battle. I've just training mode her, so.
Yeah, almost nobody in fighting games is a consistent streamer. Mm-hmm. Almost nobody. Max, Harris,
Flo.
Mm-hmm.
They stream all the games.
I don't know. I mean, is there a longer list than that?
Not really.
Among people who have lots of views, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good game, folks. Anyway, this is just a whole rant based on Kevin. Best of luck to him. I feel like and he's a great guy, and I love the community aspect of it. But man, if you're in it to hope that you get a lot of followers and a lot of dough out of it, it's just
it's a lot of work.
I don't have much positivity on that end. So okay, anything else? Are we done here?
Let's see. We're done with it. Yeah, I'm done. So this weekend, if you. Like I said, keep an eye on my Twitter, and I'll let you know when I jump on Tetris commentary for this weekend. But it should be a lot of fun. I'll be having fun with that. So, I mean,
I'm looking forward to seeing that. I've only basically watched Tekken when it's at AGDQ. Mm-hmm. I don't know that much about it, so I'm really interested to see what it looks like.
Yeah, Tetris. NES Tetris is very different than AGDQ Tetris because Tetris the Grandmaster is based off of the current, like more modern rules of Tetris. And the old school Tetris doesn't have any of that. You don't get any extra points for back-to-back Tetrises. So people will purposely cover holes and clear them out a lot more often, etc. And like I said, the pieces stick. You can't like go boom, slide. It's just sort of like thump, you're done.
Interesting.
Like, you gotta fix it. So yeah, it's very unforgiving. Craziest thing is I remember as a kid when I used to play it, like I could never even really get to like level 18 or 19 or whatever like that. I could never get that far. And these guys are getting to level 28 and playing just fine. I'm much better at Tetris now than I was back then.
Sure.
I wonder now. I really want to sit down and play NES Tetris and see what happens if I play it.
You probably have it, right?
I have that, and I also have Tetris the Grandmaster board. I have the board now, and I just haven't set it up on my TV because I'm lazy.
But I mean, you probably have Nintendo.
But in order to stream Nintendo games, you need to buy this machine called the OSCC or something like that. But it's like the pixel perfect like upscaler, so that it's not like, because most upscalers blur it because they assume that, but since it's a Nintendo system, you just want to do row for row duplication,
right?
And so this device does that. It's like a $200 device or something like that. And so I have.
Well, I'm just saying you should try it before you go commentate NES Tekken. I'm just saying you should. I mean
Tetris.
NES Tetris. You should probably try it. But.
Oh yeah.
I'm also going to be busy this weekend. I'll be somewhere. But I'm not supposed to announce it yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
For whatever reason. So look forward to that.
Yeah. All right, cool. I will totally excited for you to do Redacted.
All right, sounds good, man.
All right.
Yeah, they don't want me to say yet. I don't know. Whatever.
Sounds weird. Okay.
The League of Fighters reveal? Somebody's a smarty.
You know what? That deserves birds.
You want to throw that idea to the birds, basically?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
I went to a wedding this weekend, and it was in a barn.
It was a barn wedding?
It was a barn wedding.
Was there barn dancing?
No. But it was a stone barn. Made out of stone. I don't know. That's rural Minnesota for you.